You're looking at the end of June, maybe they're about in July somewhere?
Or before, no, before the end of June, about we will have some money.
All right, beautiful.
We will have it. Thank you, my bro.
All right, brother, have a good one. All right, that's our brother Benson London, the candidate for Viewport North, on the phone. I do have my guests in studio. We're going to do just this one more call, and then we will say good morning to our guests. Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Champagne. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
First of all, I just want to congratulate this young lady who spoke on Norbert's show this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Very well, yeah, well spoken, yes.
Oh, she was well versed, she was well spoken,
yes,
she was everything.
Yes.
I hope a lot of us, the older folk, took in a lot of the stuff that she said, and we need to stop putting down the young people.
Yeah.
Trust you me, they are smart,
They are very smart.
We have everything negative to say about young people this, young people that, but are they saying much about this young lady this morning?
Yeah, she was brilliant, very brilliant.
The other thing is, the name I think you're trying to remember, because it's from my time, I think it's Jimmy Havens.
Jimmy Havens, let me give you the bell on that. Hey, thank you very much. You see, this is why we are family,
I'm an old crow.
And he was supposed to be here with me this morning, but I have the minister here with me, so maybe next Friday I'm going to have him here.
If you haven't heard this guy sing a 1 in a million, you haven't heard him sing.
A golden voice. And I know you'd appreciate that we have him here next Friday.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
And you as well. Okay. All right, beautiful. Have a great weekend. Beautiful. All right, Senator, so we're going to hold back on the calls because as previously announced, I said to you that we were going to have the minister. My phones are still lighting up, but we will reserve that for when we go into the calling period. The Honorable Minister is here with me, and the Parliamentary Rep for Soufrière, Pont Saint-Jacques, and Dr. Secret has renamed him from Herod Stanislas as Herod Stan with us. So his name has been renamed, and he's also here with his mayor, the mayor of Soufrière. Gentlemen, a special good morning to you.
Good morning, Champion. Thank you for having us.
Yes, good to see you. And Mr. Minister, how are you? You could move this around how you want. It's flexible, yeah.
No problem. Morning, champagne. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning.
Yes.
Before coming in, I had my non-alcoholic champagne.
And that is good, because in the morning if you have alcoholic champagne, that's not good.
That's right.
That is not good. Now I want to start somewhere, because every time someone look at that smile, they see an individual who is just so humble. I remember we came to know each other back in the campaign of 2011. You remember when the Honorable Alan Chasney was running for Soufrière?
That's right.
That is where I get to know you.
Yes.
And I never saw you as paying interest in being a candidate. I saw you as a great campaign manager at that time, which you were. And after that, we met a lot at the airport, and I always see you as this humble guy, nice individual. Before we get into all of our projects, because we really want to stay on the constituency, because this is the campaign time.
That's right.
We want to show our people some photos. We have some footage, right?
Yes, we do. Lots of footage.
We want to stay on that, because I know Mr. Dominic Fede was here yesterday, and persons got jealous. From overseas, they said, boy, I couldn't believe this is what is happening on Surrey. Now I know there's a slighter level higher than on Surrey in regards to Soufrière. So we're going to do some comparison at this point. But let the people know exactly who Herod Stanislas is and how he has transformed in regards to politics.
Thank you very much, Champagne. And as you rightfully said, we've known each other since 2010.
Yes.
When at that time I was the chairman of the constituency branch of Soufrière UWP constituency branch. And in 2011, I became the campaign manager of Alan Chasney when he vied for the Soufrière seat under the United Workers' Party. Unfortunately, we were not successful at that election, and the rest is history. Herod Stanislas is a young man born and raised and have lived in Soufrière all of his life. Got educated at the preschool, Miss Ford preschool in Soufrière, went to Lizit Combined, and also to the St. Dominic Savio Boys School, the Soufrière Comprehensive Secondary School, and I pursued a 2-year certificate of business administration at the UWI Open Campus, distant education. I taught for about 9 years at about 3 different schools on the island, including St. Dominic Savio, Soufrière Primary, and Bocage. My predecessor, Mr. Dalsa. At the time, I came back to Soufrière Primary as a teacher. He was the principal. So we worked together. I mean, we had a very good working relationship, you know. Upon returning to Soufrière Primary, I resigned teaching and I went into my own business. I had my own small business, my taxi company, which I eventually expanded into speedboat cruises. So I went into boating as well, and doing very well, still doing very well in my business. But upon looking back at Soufrière's representation by the Labour Party for the past 20 years, you know, I felt that Soufrière needed a young man with a plan, with a vision, with ideas, with innovation to take Soufrière to a different level, get Soufrière out of the doldrums that the Labour Party had brought it to for 20 years. And therefore I decided that I love this town too much to allow the Labour Party to continue the reign of destruction, of neglect, of abuse of the people of Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques. And therefore I decided to go into elective politics. You know, I got the support of my family, my friends, many people. Went through a runoff contest, which I won in 2015, November 2015, and then I started the whole process of my groundwork to get me elected in 2016.
Now, there's always someone who would be one of the main people that would convince you. I mean, there's a group of people around you. You've been involved with the politics prior to being a candidate, but who was that one person that said, you know what, do this thing?
That's right. Unfortunately, I wish he was here with us today.
Oh, okay.
You know,
well, let's leave that alone. We know that where that is.
Yes.
We know where that is, for those who know. All right. Well, thank you. I want to switch gears a little bit just to introduce our mayor. Mr. Mayor, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having myself here today, also Honorable Stanislas. I just want to point out a couple of things that Mr. Stanislas said. I think Mr. Stanislas has been one of the politicians who have gone through all the processes of politics. As the branch chairman, campaign chair, he became a candidate, and now he's our honorable parliamentary rep. So he actually went through the entire processes of becoming a parliamentary rep. So there was no shortcut in it for him.
No, not at
just
all.
For the long haul, you know.
Not at all.
My name is Pius Gangadin, mayor of Soufrière Square, the wonderful and most blissful constituency on the island. I've partnered and worked with Honorable Stanislas for a very long time, and I'm honored, really, to be appointed as mayor upon the last general election. So I've served for 5 consecutive years. Also, that would mean it was free 10 years, because as a mayor you serve for 2 years, and upon the 2 year you're up for renewal or not. And I'm on my 3rd stint. So I want to thank Honorable Stanislas for the support, and we all do this for the transformative agenda we have for the town of Soufrière.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, Mr. Minister, you are into your 1st term, and it is, let me say this, we have not seen Soufrière in recent time to what Soufrière has become. I remember coming down to Soufrière back in the 80s on boat rides, and when we get there from the boat, there was that dance hall everybody would go to. It's still there.
Seaview Disco.
And listen, and that you're talking
right on the waterfront.
Right on the waterfront, and that place is still there. And this was basically the only place you could go. There was Captain Hook's as well. I'm getting an echo. There was Captain Hook as well on the hillside. That's way back. I don't even know if you know that.
Yeah, Captain Hook.
Captain Hook used to be on the hillside.
There used to be all Sulphur Club as well.
That's right, Sulphur Club. So we used to go in and have a good time. But it was not as what it is today. How were you able to transform this place, my friend?
Well, very good question, Champagne. First of all, let me thank the good people of Soufrière Font Saint-Jacques for giving me the opportunity in 2016 to represent the interest in the Parliament of St. Lucia, and also an opportunity to serve in the government, in the Cabinet of Ministers of St. Lucia. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today, and without that support, I wouldn't be able to have delivered what I have done so far in 5 years. I also want to thank persons like my mayor, Mr. Gangadin, my campaign team, my family, other friends, the many persons in Soufrière who are giving me the love, the support, the courage, many persons who are praying for me on a daily basis so that they can see that my representation is a success.
Yeah.
Without all of those interventions, those people around me, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish what I have accomplished so far. But coming in Champagne in 2016, we had a plan, we had a vision, and we stuck to that. We saw the deficiencies in the constituency over the past 20 years, and we knew we had to take corrective measures, put in a holistic development plan in place, which is not only going to transform the landscape of Soufrière, but it is going to create opportunities for the people. It is going to empower the people.
Yeah.
It is going to bring pride and joy in the faces of the people of Soufrière. And I'm very, very happy, very pleased that we were able to stay focused, because we are very resilient people in Flabo, and we've been able to deliver quite a lot to the people of Soufrière over the past 5 years.
But we have not seen that in any form of representation in St. Lucia. Projects are not just projects, beautiful projects, necessary projects, one after the other. In 4.5 years, we have not seen that. So where is this coming from? Because we saw the rehabilitation of the square. Then we saw that thing down on the beach side. How you call it? Hummingbird. Then we saw Old Trafford. Then we saw the stadium. Then we saw roads. Then we saw the projects in the Sulphur Springs with those pools, those extension of pools. Where was that coming from, Mr. Minister? People are confused. They don't know what has happened.
Well, if I can speak to that, because I personally want to speak on that particular matter.
Yes.
During the runoff, Honorable Senator is not yet a candidate during the runoff. He created a plan for Soufrière.
Right.
And even on that plan, if I can share the plan with you anytime, you will see he also wanted to do a farmer's market on Old Trafford complex.
Yes.
Okay, the bus terminal was incorporated, but that was initially part of the plan.
And him not even knowing he would be the candidate.
And he not knowing it would
that
be
is what you call a head
it was a PowerPoint presentation presented to the delegates for selection of the two candidates.
Okay.
And obviously they were in tune with his message, and obviously they gave him the support, which he got overwhelmingly.
Yes.
And then he took it from there. So when we came into even during the campaign, running up to the campaign, and I can say that because I've been partnered with him from along the with our other team members.
Yes.
From 2015, we created that first as that message and what we wanted our transformative agenda to be. So when it came in now, obviously we had to fine tune, get the resources, etc. But there was a plan.
Yes.
And if there is no plan, then you will be squandering for resources and creating a plan. But if there is a plan, you only have one objective, and it's to find the resources to execute that plan and implement the project. So this is what you see happening. So with regards to the flowing and the continuity of the projects, it was actually, we knew what we wanted to do first.
Yes.
Okay, but and obviously with his vision for the constituency.
My goodness.
And if I can add Champagne to the Old Trafford complex and the market with what Mayor Gangadin just said. You know, you had the Labour Party operatives, even my predecessor, talking about Vola project. I mean, it is so ridiculous when you hear those statements from those individuals.
Yeah.
And I want to give you the history of the development of Old Trafford into what it is today. When we came into office in 2016, it was sometime at the end, either at the end of June or early July, that I received a call from the SSDF, from an employee of SSDF, one of the officers, who said to me, Minister, we would like to meet with you regarding Old Trafford, because the previous administration had a plan for there. I said, no problem, we could meet. At that time, I was in the Ministry of Economic Development with Minister Guy Joseph. Our office was on the 7th floor of the Castries car park.
Yes.
So I scheduled a meeting the following day with them. I told Minister Joseph that I got this call and I've scheduled a meeting, so we have to meet with those individuals, which we did. And they presented a plan that said that it was under the BNTF, Basic Needs Trust Fund program from the CDB, for $1.2 million EC. The plan was for access and drainage, and to build a slab about 100 by 120 feet with parking bays for vehicles to park, and on a Saturday that vendors would come to this location to sell. I told them, no, hold back on this, because I have a different plan, a different vision for this facility.
Yeah.
I want this facility to be a facility that encompasses many sectors: tourism, the service, transportation, agriculture, small business, and so on. And I told them the drainage problem that they are talking about there is no more in this area, because the United Workers' Party, when they were in office after Hurricane Thomas, built a major drain in front of the hospital going up to Wingsville,
right,
and another drain on Bridge Street, and the two of them, they join and they pass right underneath the Old Trafford to flow into the river.
Okay.
And I told them as well, two other things will prevent the flooding they're talking about. Every year, the river is going to be desilted, as well as along the river's edge, there, the river wall, we are going to raise that wall by between 3 and 4 feet.
Okay, so the water will go.
So that river will never be able to overflow its banks again onto Wingsville, down the hospital road there onto the Old Trafford.
That was done?
That has not been done in terms of the wall. But the silting has been done every year. Okay? So they said, Minister, this will not be possible to use the money into any other means apart from access and drainage. And there was a back and forth for many weeks until Minister Motut, who is the Minister for Equity, whom SSDF falls under, together with the representative of the CDB, Caribbean Development Bank in St. Lucia, called a meeting. I went to that meeting with the representatives of SSDF, myself, Minister Motut, and the CDB rep. And I told him at that meeting, sir, this $1.2 million, if I cannot get it to repurpose into building a farmer's market and a central bus terminal, I do not want it. You could use it elsewhere. And he said, no, Minister, the money is there. We have to find a way to work together and to use it. I'm going to go back to my people. We are going to discuss it and take it from there. It was about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, SSDF called, Minister, CDB have agreed to use the monies the way you want to use it. What did we do, Champagne? We built a rubble wall right opposite the town hall.
Right, I saw that.
Okay? I told him I want the rubble wall to go down to meet the seawall. Raise the seawall all the way down to the river's end, the river wall. We are going to backfill the whole facility, and we are going to now put the terminal, the bus terminal, the market, concession booths, duty-free shops, cafes, pizzeria, and so on this facility. Because you have 55,000 square feet of land there, over an acre of land, which is prime location. Okay? What did we do? I had now, by that time, I was transferred to the Ministry of Physical Planning as the Minister of that responsibility. So I met with my architecture department, section, the chief architect and the other staff there. We went on to the facility. We looked at it. I told them exactly what I wanted, what I was thinking, and then they went back and did what they had to do in terms of plotting the different areas where the bus terminal would have been, the bus shelter, the market, the little shops, the parking bays, and so on. It took them a while. They presented to me. I had them to review and tweak and subtract and add and so on until we came up with a master plan.
The Labour Party's plan, there was no mention of the bus terminal.
None.
There was no mention of the food court.
None whatsoever.
So it was just a parking bay.
It was just a piece of concrete slab, 100 by 120 feet, with parking bays on it. And there's only one entrance into and out. And it was only part of Old Trafford. They were using the front part. On all the back of Old Trafford was going to remain the same way, with all the dirt and everything. The wall opposite the town hall was not part of the plan. It was basically the same Old Trafford the way it used to be prior to coming into office, with a concrete slab and a little entrance to go and park, because parking there was becoming a problem in the town, the congestion, because business and activities and persons working at the hotels coming back in the vehicles, etc., etc. And on a Saturday, vendors would go on that platform to sell once a week, in the rain, in the sun, the wind.
You're saying there was no arrangements made for
sheltering,
no roof, no building, nothing, Champagne.
Because it was actually a car park.
That's what
it was designed as a car park, no shelter, right? And then on a Saturday,
once a week on
a Saturday, because the vendors were operating next to the cemetery.
I remember them,
and there were complaints, right? So on a once a week, and then the parking purpose would be obsolete at that point, because it would be used for for parking. Not only so, even in that plan, there was a dirt road going back to somewhere they call the Bulliard,
where the fishermen are.
Yes.
It was still existing on the plan. It was actually an open drop to that road. It was still existing. So it was only the concrete pad.
That's it.
That's it.
No shelter, nothing.
No shelter, nothing. No building, nothing. And you heard them talk about
Volley
project.
My goodness. My goodness.
So I had the money repurposed from the access and drainage into what Old Trafford is today. And I'm very, very happy, Champagne, that we were able to deliver this project in a very timely manner, without any cost overruns, using my CDP funds and assistance from the Soufrière Development Foundation at the time. And it is just a wonderful facility.
Oh, it is.
I mean, I can boast today that Soufrière has the only central bus terminal on the island.
We have to ring the bell on that all the time. We have to ring the So there's something that's significant. I think it's very fundamental. The $1.2 million that was established or allocated for that project under the Labour Party, did you have to increase on that amount, or you were able to do everything that's done there within that budget?
That $1.2 million was for the civil works. Civil infrastructural works, to do the rubble wall opposite the town hall, to do the Gibeon basket wall,
part of the Gibeon
basket wall, to raise the seawall, the inside of the Old Trafford where you have the parking bays, the concrete parking bays, drainage, so that it would flow into the river.
Yes.
That's all it was able to do. And with my CDP funds, Constituency Development Program funds, which is the Taiwanese funds that we get every year, the $1 million for the constituencies, I was able to use that to put the bus terminal, the concession booths presently, and the farmers market, also the landscaping, the water connection, the electricity, and so on. With my CDP funds.
Because the reason why I asked that question, I know $1.2 million will never be able to do what is down there.
As a matter of fact, the concrete pad, because there is a measurement for concrete, cubic yards or cubic meters, whatever you want to call it, when we plotted out the buildings, we used the allocation of the concrete to create the driveways.
Wow.
So we created the driveways before we actually put one superstructure building on.
I see.
So if you look at it, it was a phase-out approach where we do all the civil works, and afterwards we came and transposed the buildings upon the open green areas. So we actually use the concrete for that particular purpose.
And this project is not just haphazard, This is beautiful, Yeah,
beautiful.
Well orchestrated, well put together, well designed. You have the buses, you have the certain routes where they're going to be living from, where they're heading to. This is well designed, I need to ring the bell on that.
No,
seriously,
but also
this is really
also Champagne, it took a lot of consultation. Person said, minibus drivers are, could be difficult, but let me tell you, during our consultative process, we had no issues with the minibus drivers. We came up with an operational plan from day one, even before the project was implemented.
Let me tell you what else I saw there at that project, because the Sky FM crew, we always go around every once in a while. And we stopped at that project, and the vendors, the produce vendors,
the provision vendors.
The provision vendors, on a day when they're not there, because we went on a Sunday, everything was properly wrapped. There were no avenues for rodents or any animals getting in. Listen to me, I took a back, I looked at that, I videoed that thing, and I spoke about it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in Cashews, I don't know, maybe I've not paid attention, but everything was well put together, very neat.
Very neat, well kept, place is always clean, well manicured, and well taken care of. And I mean, You have to be there on a particular day in the morning or mid-afternoon, Champagne.
Yeah.
Even on Saturday to see how smoothly
the operations
are there. I mean, people come in from maybe Fort St. Jacques on the Fort St. Jacques bus, and they have to go either Vieux-Fort or Castries. The bus comes in, drops them off there. They just open the door. From the door, it's not even 30 seconds. Board the other bus to Vieux-Fort or Castries.
It's a big city move.
You know, I mean, the vehicles are packed right there underneath the pot cushy.
Yes.
You are sheltered from the sun, from the rain. You have the bus shelters there. You can sit, relax if you wish to. You have the concession booths. You could eat, you could drink. I mean, it's the breeze. It's always fresh air
from the ocean.
There. The flowers, the landscaping. I mean, this is just beautiful. This,
really beautiful.
This has brought back pride and you know, and love in dignity. And dignity to the people of Soufrière.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safety and security aspect. You know?
Yes. What are the responses you're getting from persons that use the facility? I mean, we know there will always be Labour Party supporters. Some, we know the majority is from, we know that. But what are the responses you're getting?
Well, the facility is for everybody.
I know, but the responses you're getting.
Well, the responses, it's been very good. It's been good from both, no matter the political divide.
Yes.
Because everybody benefits from it.
Exactly.
You know, the provision vendors, the minibus operators, they all benefit from it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was well designed that we have 3 flying routes. Soufrière Fort St. Jacques, Soufrière Vieux-Fort, Soufrière Castries.
Right.
But we have 4 bases. Because about mid-afternoon, the Vieux-Fort Soufrière Vieux-Fort route, it conducts a shuttle service.
Yes.
So we also cater for that particular period of time as well. So all 4 bases are always in motion.
Always active. Yeah. Now, callers and viewers, we will be showing you most of those footage. Just so bear with us a little.
Yeah, no problem.
What I want to say also, Champagne, is that this project, all the projects we've done in Soufrière, Fort St. Jacques, all the interventions which we've done and which we are going to do in the next term, because we are going to be returned to government.
Of course, so that's without a doubt.
These projects are all about the people. They're all people-centric development to empower people, to create opportunities for people.
So let's talk about that project, because this one is very important. The one on the end. But how I always keep forgetting that project where we have those food courts. Hummingbird. I don't know why I keep forgetting it.
Hummingbird Beach Park.
Hummingbird Beach Park started in 2011 thereabout.
Yes.
Right. All the layout was there, everything was there. What percentage was it there at that time? Maybe 10%, 20%?
Yeah, about that. About 10 to 15%.
10 to 15%.
But the layout, the platform and everything was there. The Labour Party came in with Mr. Dalson.
Mr. Dalson.
Never addressed that project. Didn't put thing to it. Is there? Am I right on saying that?
Right.
Was a block put in? Was any construction
although they had a site visit to it, I was expecting upon the site visit between the Ministry of Infrastructure at the time was the present political leader. And Mr. Dalsa, Mr. Parliamentary Rep, I really thought they visited the site for them to move on with this particular project, but 5 years gone, not a single block.
Right. So that is what I was coming to. When you got back in, knowing about this project that started under the United Workers' Party, you were not the candidate at the time. The Honorable Alan Chastity was the candidate. What did you do? He was vying to be the candidate. That's right. What did you say to yourself when you saw this project, and how were you able to get back into moving this project forward?
Again, a very good question from the Champagne. This particular project, Hummingbird Beach project, was a project which I campaigned on in my quest to become parliamentary rep in 2016. And it is a project which I promised the people of Soufrière, Fort St. Jacques, especially the people of Palmis, Fontbenier, and the water taxi operators, the young boys of Barons Drive, that I would have delivered this project as my first project for Soufrière.
Wow.
Because I understand the value of this project. It was a project which was conceived in 2010 and initiated by the United Workers' Party with the Honorable Alan Chastity, Prime Minister, today was the caretaker candidate, and myself, Mr. Gangadin, and many other persons, the Soufrière Foundation, you know, the council, because we saw the need for such a project. And again, it's a shame that the Labour Party came into office in November 2011. Just a few weeks after that, the parliamentary rep at the time and Minister of Government, my predecessor, the current leader of the opposition was the Minister of Infrastructure. They came down to Soufrière. They came on site, saw what was happening, what we had done, the platform which was already constructed to get the project going. What did they say? Over $400,000 was spent there, and they did not see where that money went into.
My goodness.
And not a single block, not a single piece of steel was placed on that facility. And this is a facility, Champagne, that is beneficial to the whole of Soufrière and Saint-Jacques. This is probably the only beach that is available. All beaches are available for locals.
Yeah.
But this is the only beach in the Soufrière town where locals can really go
Come
to
and
recreate.
Yes, beautiful.
You know, and have fun and spend time with family.
But it's very deep, I have to say that.
The
It's
Soufrière
very
Harbour
deep there,
the Soufrière Harbour is extremely deep.
And I'm saying that on radio, not to put you upset you, but if persons are not able to swim, you could venture into the facility, have fun there, but be careful with the water because it's very deep.
Yeah, Soufrière Harbour is deep.
Yeah.
And I was saying from Champagne that this project was conceived for many reasons. One reason was that the beaches of Anchasne and Sugar Beach was becoming overcrowded with tourists, especially in the cruise ship season. And we said, look, we have Hummingbird Beach there, underdeveloped, beautiful site, right there in town. There are opportunities there for people. Let us develop this beach park so that all those taxi drivers, all those speedboat operators who are flocking to those two beaches with those tourists, where those tourists are paying almost $10 for US for a burger or for a bear and so on. We are going to be able to bring them to this facility to reduce the congestion on those two other beaches, but at the same time create opportunities for the people of Soufrière who are going to be vendors and so on at that facility. We said, two, this is a perfect opportunity to create a beach park which is going to put in the infrastructure so that you could have young entrepreneurs in Soufrière and Saint-Jacques. It is also going to be an area, if you have all of these activities taking place with tourists, locals from Soufrière as well as locals from other parts of the island coming to, then the young guys who are in that area selling their necklaces, their carvings, their crafts and so on, persons who might just come in for a little cooler to sell their little beverage or whatever.
So those persons are allowed to come in?
They are allowed to come in. You know, they will be making $1, an honest living. And be able to take care of themselves, their families, and so on, contribute to the development of our town, of our country.
So those souvenir guys have a special section towards the side?
Yes, they have a section.
Beautiful.
But they're actually souvenir shops.
I know they're souvenir shops, yes.
But there's also a section the Soufrière Foundation catered for as well, to allow an open space for them to sell those particular products.
Great.
You know, and we also said that this is an area where the water taxi operators from Barons Drive, from Fontbernier, and from Palmist will be able to get more business. Because when those tourists come onto Hummingbird Beach Park, either from the cruise ship or from the hotel, or the smaller hotels, guest houses, and so on, villas, those guys will be able to sell them a tour, snorkeling tour, you know, a water taxi ride,
great stuff.
and so on, you know, and make more out of it. But the Labour Party, again, a party without vision, without a plan, never saw that. And the project was neglected for 5 years.
Can you believe it?
5 years neglected.
Can you believe it?
But a single block.
And this is a party that says that they care about the people of Soufrière.
Putting people first.
They love the people of Soufrière. They want to put the people first. They talk about the youth economy. But Hummingbird Beach is a critical, clear example of what the youth economy is about. Now, this is where we have created the avenue for young entrepreneurs to own a small business in Soufrière and Saint-Jacques.
The amount of development that has been done in Soufrière, we want to rush for them because I know it's going to take us until 2 o'clock. We have to talk about all of them, and plus we have to show some footage. So, Mr. Minister, before we go on to the next project, can you tell St. Lucians what the Labour Party from 2011 to 2016 did something of significance in Soufrière? And we'll be honest with St. Lucia and the people.
Looking at Soufrière town, nothing substantial was done in Soufrière town. What I can say they did a court. They built a court in Fort Saint-Jacques. And the court, they did not complete everything which was supposed to be completed to make it a proper facility for young people.
A
to
recognized court.
Recognized court.
Yes.
One of the things they missed is the construction of washroom facility, changing rooms and showers for the young people.
That was not put in?
That was not put in. But we are going to be putting this in place very soon, again with our CDP funds. I know we had acquired the lands at Muka for the housing development there through some grant funding, and started the housing development for persons who lose their homes in Hurricane Thomas. They continued with that project. They completed it in Fosse Jacques. And I mean, I know they did a few sidewalks, a few footpaths, but nothing transformative, nothing to create opportunities to empower the people of Soufrière.
I agree. I agree.
Mostly everything they did was one set of individuals, one company, one set of individuals who benefited.
All the time.
But with Harold Stanislas, every single project, Champagne,
it is shared.
Has been shared.
Yes,
Hummingbird Beach alone. Hummingbird Beach, we got a grant from the Taiwanese of about $1.3 million EC. And the Soufrière Foundation contributed another $1.2 million to Hummingbird Beach project. This project, we had 13 contractors. 13 contractors engaged on Hummingbird Beach project.
Wow.
It created almost 150 short-term construction.
We have to ring the bell on that, man. And the people are seeing through these things, you know, where you have a well-known name, you say a Champagne Construction. That don't mean I have any construction company.
Exactly.
A Champagne Construction getting all of Hummingbird Beach. You had 13 different contractors. That is great stuff.
But Champagne also, you asked whether what was done between 2011 to 2016.
Yeah, by the Labour Party.
But I want to go back because Labour Party represented Soufrière for 20 years.
That is right.
1997 to 2016.
That is true.
And I always characterize the representation of Honorable Stanislas as the lesson of inequalities in mathematics. You know, where 4 years is greater than 20 years.
20 years is true.
You understand? So this is the real characterization for me, because what he has done,
it has superseded
20 years of representation of the St. Lucia Labour Party. The constituency have been loyal. They have recycled politicians because it was 10 years of one politician. Whilst that politician was in place, another person was, the other individual was chairman of the foundation, was chairman of the council. When the other individual became parliamentary rep, the other individual became CEO of the foundation. So there was no new vision or new thrust coming from those 20 years of representation. So it was very limited.
It's a no-brainer, basically. My next, boy, there's so many. We have not even touched roads. One of the projects, one of the things I love in Soufrière is the expansion of the Sulphur Springs. And I have been to the Sulphur Springs on a day when you have 2 or 3 cruise ships in port in Castries, and the place is jam-packed. Taxi drivers have said to me they had to turn back when there was just that one pool.
That's right.
That initiative of expanding, on how many other pools were designed?
3 more. So
there are 4 now?
4 in total, yes.
That is a brilliant project. Who came up with that idea, boy? That was really something special.
I will allow the tourism specialist to speak about it.
Give us an idea how you get on board with that.
Like you said, Champagne, it's a fact. We had that one pool for so long. Tourism arrivals going up. We crossed the million mark.
Yes.
Taxi drivers coming down there, and you have a line of persons lined up from the bottom of that one pool all the way near the cashier's booth. And persons just got frustrated. Would just leave. Taxi drivers would just come to the car park, turn, go back on their business. And the Soufrière Foundation, the people of Soufrière losing revenue.
They lost,
I said to the board, we need to do something. We need to expand the pools. We need to build more pools. We need to create more space so that more persons can benefit from the black water. You know, that black water is known for its therapeutic healing properties.
Right.
You know, and the tourists, they love the black water pool. They love putting the mud over their bodies, getting the photos and the portraits and so on. And again, through the Ministry of Physical Planning, the architectural section, Mr. Poyot, who was the chief architect at the time, and his team, we went down there, we saw the place, what was going on and so on. and we put together the design, the concept for the redevelopment of the Blackwater pools,
Yes.
and some additional amenities. And I'm very, very happy that the Soufrière Foundation undertook the project, built 3 additional pools, and that have made a major difference.
Major, huge difference. Taxi drivers are happy.
At the Sulphur Springs. Taxi drivers are happy, tour guides are happy, the staff are very pleased about it. But you know what it has done as well, Champagne? It has, well, that was pre-COVID.
Yes.
It was able to enable the revenue intake of the foundation to increase.
Yes.
By making more money.
Of course.
Making more money from the additional pools, the Soufrière Foundation was able to employ a lot more people, give them sustainable jobs.
Yes.
People from Soufrière from St. Jacques. The Soufrière Foundation was able to do more for the people of Soufrière from St. Jacques in terms of scholarships,
Yes.
grant funding, infrastructural development, youth and sporting development, educational development assistance, and so on.
Yeah.
So the pools have worked beautifully. Pre-COVID, it is still working as we speak. But you know, with COVID, the numbers have
have
dropped
reduced
considerably.
Yes.
But we're hoping that in the next couple of months, we are going to see a difference in the numbers coming to the Sulphur Springs.
What was the costing on those additional pools? Not too much?
It wasn't too much. I think it was just about $10 US. Between $10 and $14 US.
Oh, great.
It wasn't too much.
Great. Listen to me. That is one of the major revenue generators down there in Soufrière. It's very good
And
stuff.
again, the problem existed from 2011 to 2016. But nothing was done.
What did these guys really...
Nothing was done. When we came into office, you see, they talk about the Soufrière Foundation.
Yeah.
They want to use the Soufrière Foundation as the punching bag in these elections.
Yeah.
But the people of Soufrière are wiser, they're smarter.
Yeah.
They will never allow the operatives of the Labour Party to distract them from the reality of what is taking place in Soufrière.
And you could only talk about the revenue that has increased in the Soufrière Foundation by what you guys did. Expanded on the pools.
Exactly.
And to have that space.
I mean,
Hummingbird.
And Hummingbird as well.
When we
Old
came into
Trafford.
office, Champagne, the park, the Sulphur Springs Park, which is the main revenue generating area, facility for the Soufrière Foundation, was in a mess. The Soufrière Foundation, when we came into office in July, when we put in the new board, they had to expend over $300,000 to get the park to the standard which it was supposed to be to operate.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know how you do it.
The jetties were in a mess. Thousands of dollars. And at all that time, put the potential to expand, to redesign, to build, to make more money for the foundation, to expand on the people of Soufrière. Nothing happened.
I'm not even going into the Mecca yet, which is my pride and joy, which is the mini stadium, the stadium. It's not a mini stadium anymore, it's a stadium.
It's a stadium.
The hospital. When I look at the Soufrière Hospital right there on the edge of the river, because it has been challenged with the river for a long time, what was the work that was done? Because it's beautiful now.
It is. As you know, Champagne, I think it was in 2017. We had 2 fires.
That's right.
At the Soufrière Hospital. Now, even before.
Within the same month.
Within the same month. Even before we came into office, Champagne, the United Workers' Party in 2011 had done considerable work at the Soufrière Hospital.
Yeah.
The roof,
I remember.
which you see there.
I remember.
This was an initiative by Alan Shastney at the time as caretaker candidate.
And sponsored by Michael Shastney.
Sponsored by Michael Shastney, Caribbean Metals
Yes.
at the time. The wards, both the female wards and the female ward and the male ward, was totally rehabilitated. The washrooms, the kitchen, all of those areas were rehabilitated by United Workers' Party in 2011. We came in 2016, nothing happened at Soufrière Hospital. As a matter of fact, persons lose their lives at Soufrière Hospital. I don't know if you remember this young lady who died on the steps of the hospital when she was going there to give birth.
That's right, yes.
You know?
That's right.
And then my predecessor, what did he say at a town hall meeting? When the relatives of that young lady asked questions pertaining to her death, he said it was a dead issue.
I remember that statement, and he got a lot of blows on that.
Dead issue.
Yes.
Nothing was done to transform, to improve on the services of the hospital. What have we done? After 2 major fires in 1 month, we've gone and completely rehabilitated the hospital in Soufrière. Paint, over, where the roof had issues. We have repaired that. We have commissioned an X-ray machine, state-of-the-art X-ray machine.
There's an X-ray machine?
There's an X-ray machine at the Super Hospital. As a matter of fact, when St. Jude's X-ray machine broke down a couple of weeks ago, I'm not sure if they have fixed it as we speak.
I think they're working on it now for repair. They're repairing now. Yeah.
Don't tell me persons who come into Soufrière.
Yes.
Persons who come into Soufrière for X-ray.
Great stuff.
As a matter of fact, so just to take the patients.
Yes.
Drive them down to Soufrière on the ambulance.
Yes.
Come get their X-ray done and bring them back to the hospital.
Oh man, we have to continue to ring the bell on that. That is great achievement. That is great achievement.
We have ultrasound machine. We have a lab, fully functional lab, and Champagne. We had persons, especially working at the hotels. I think every 6 months they have to renew their health card.
Right.
In the hospitality sector, they used to go to Vieux-Fort, Castries, and so on to get that done. That can be done right now at Soufrière Hospital.
The dentistry and all
I'm the dentist. You have a dentistry.
You have a dentistry?
Yes, at Soufrière Hospital.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, the Soufrière Hospital, I remember before the Soufrière Hospital used to have just about 2 doctors.
Yeah.
If you come to the hospital at 9 o'clock and you're not feeling well, you have to wait for hours before the doctor leaves his home and come in.
You're talking 9 p.m. or a.m.?
9 p.m. 9, 10 p.m. Now, we have 5 doctors.
5 doctors.
5 doctors.
But Mr. Minister, you might be careful. You have to be careful the way you say that because, I don't know. On a regular day, we have 5 doctors.
The medical brigade, the entire medical brigade is in Soufrière,
For the X-ray machine, we have an X-ray technician, a Cuban.
Yes.
X-ray technician, based in Soufrière, lives in Soufrière, working in Soufrière.
2 houses away from the hospital.
2 houses away from the hospital.
Wow.
Providing the
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. And I know a lot of solutions didn't know all of that equipment is in there. At the Soufrière Hospital.
Yes. I'm not saying that we've done all what was supposed to be done.
Yes.
But we've done quite a lot to make it better.
Yes.
For the people of Soufrière from St.
Are there wards there?
There is the pediatric ward, and there is another general ward.
Okay.
Where persons will come under observation and so on, and if it is serious, then they'll be transferred to either OKEU or St. Jude's.
Okay.
But later on in the program, I will talk more about Soufrière Hospital and the future of the hospital in Soufrière.
Now there's something that is done regarding the road when you're approaching that new road, the bridge, the 1-lane bridge that was expanded to 2 lanes. The beautiful thing about that is now when you come off Castries and you get into Soufrière, before you would have gone straight down, use that road to go straight down, it would have been a 2-way. Now you take a left by the fire station and go around. That is excellent stuff because the congestion, what it has done, persons getting out of Soufrière are not going to be involved with that traffic backup or jam.
Right. So there's a traffic plan in place. Well, the traffic plan came into place when the square was under construction, under reconstruction.
Okay.
But also we kept it because it's actually workable.
It's working, yeah.
So if you come to Soufrière, as you enter Soufrière, and you're heading southbound, you come into Church Street and you just southbound.
That's right.
And if you come from southbound and northbound, you just come to Bridge Street and you exit.
Yes.
But most importantly, the greatest factor there is the opening of Soufrière Town with the 2-lane bridge.
Yes.
This is very critical because what we had there before is a 1-lane bridge for 20 years.
Yes.
To resolve it, the Labour Party only put a traffic light, stop and go.
Yeah.
Never had a vision for reconstructing this bridge. The United Workers' Party between 2006 and 2011 designed a bridge, and we know the history on the eve of an election when the bridge was broken down. But the bridge had to be broken down for it to be constructed.
Exactly.
And we are very pleased. Sometimes you pay a price for a decision, but this was the best decision to open up Soufrière.
Yeah. And they were happy to see the opening of the bridge. And we know all what. We don't want to talk about that
and
anymore.
Knowing the modus operandi, Champagne, they would have never broken that bridge and built a new bridge.
Never.
That would take the United Workers' Party with that plan, with that vision.
That is right.
To build a world-class, quality, standard bridge, 2-lane bridge for Soufrière. You know how much that bridge cost? $4.4 million.
Yeah.
Ask the Labour Party, ask the leader of the opposition, the cost of the Boardwalk.
The Boardwalk, 11 million. 13 million.
And compare Boardwalk Bridge with Soufrière Bridge,
there's no
where you
comparison.
have that river, that massive water flow, that
Yes.
river coming from Fontaine
Yes.
into the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
$4.4 million.
Yeah.
Compare that to Boardwalk.
I have a lot of photographs I went up there and take because St. Lucian's really, there's nothing significant about that Boardwalk Bridge, you know. Nothing. There's no beauty, there's nothing. It's just just an ordinary.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll come to that one of these days to make the comparison. The Soufrière Square. Boy, there's so much talk. My phones are lighting up already because I know persons are trying to call. We'll be opening up the lines at a particular time, call us. So, the Soufrière Square. And that had brought a much controversy. They were talking about that was their plan, their idea, and you change it and everything. Let's know exactly what was there.
Very good, champion. The Soufrière Square was never a project that I initiated or the United Workers' Party. This project was initiated, it was started by the Labour Party in 2016.
Yeah.
In April 2016.
Wow, that's 2 months.
2 months
before elections.
2 months before elections.
Yeah.
That project started. We came into office. The Prime Minister scheduled his first constituency tour in Soufrière in July. July or August?
It was August.
I think sometime in August. He did the Hummingbird beach park. At the time we had not started construction.
Yeah.
He did the Soufrière Hospital. Then we walked up to the square. And when we got to the square, work was going. We were amazed at what we saw, champion. 2 big structures right in front of the church. When we inquired, one was supposed to be a pump house.
A pump house?
A pump house for a dry water fountain, which they were going to be installing there. And the other one was an electrical room. 2, I think they were about 10 or 12 feet tall by about 12, 14 feet
about
wide.
15 feet wide.
You know?
Wow, that's a monstrosity.
Monstrosity.
Spot washroom facilities. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what people thought.
Yeah.
Walked in, the square was not leveled.
Yeah.
The side opposite the Riviera supermarket was about 3 to 4 feet higher than the height it was supposed to be.
Okay.
And all what was being done in the square, when we inquired with the dry water fountain, you know, and how it was going to be operational, and the sitting areas and the entrances and so on, the Prime Minister decided we are going to put this project on hold.
Yes.
We are going to review the project, the design, and make it better.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we did, champion. We put the project on hold. We brought in the designers at the time to brief cabinet and let us know what was the whole idea behind the design, the concept, and so on. And finally, the PM decided to say, okay, we are now going to use the architectural section of the Department of Physical Planning, which is the pilot, to go on site and redesign the square so that it could meet the architectural, the aesthetics, the cultural needs and historical nature of Soufrière Saint-Jacques. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
There are certain aspects of the first design, of course, which was kept, but tweeted properly to fit the aesthetics.
But also the substructure was already in place.
Yes.
So we basically had to work with the substructure in place, but we redesigned all the
so St. Lucia, my camera crew wants to put some camera crew. We're not doing the footage yet. We will take some time to do that. We just want to run through something.
But if I want to continue on the Soufrière Square,
go ahead.
The Soufrière Square was a grant given to the government in 2016 for $2.3 million. Okay, $2.3 million. This $2.3 million, there was a contract given to a company for design and build of the square.
Yes.
What happened? The company designed the square, but they subcontracted the build part to another company, another individual in Vieux-Fort.
Okay.
Vieux-Fort South.
Yeah.
That person in Vieux-Fort South subcontracted the build part to a company in Soufrière.
Yeah.
Wow, so we were running in circles.
In circles.
Yeah.
And the square, when we put the square on hold, Champagne, the square was not even 30% completed. The superstructure was not 30% completed. put it on hold. We did our reviews and so on. They had already expended out of the $2.3 million, $1.5 million.
For a 40% project?
Yes, for the design.
If not less.
Design subcontracted to someone in Vieux-Fort.
Yeah.
Someone in Vieux-Fort subcontracted someone in Soufrière.
My goodness.
They have the one person, the one company. The company in Soufrière had not done 30% of the works, but $1.5 million of $2.3 million was already expended. So we only found about $800,000 left.
Yes.
There to complete the square, and we had to put in an additional $1.2 million to complete the square.
1.5 was already
expended.
Yes.
And it was not 30% completed.
That sounds like another St. Jude.
So there was no, it would have been worse than St. Jude's. There was no way that those men would have been able to complete the Soufrière Square with that $800,000.
Yes.
And even if it was completed, it would not be to the pristine finish it is today.
What it is today. Yes, yes.
We have a world-class square in Soufrière today.
It is beautiful.
Beautiful. I mean, this is like Central Park, New York.
Oh my goodness, it is beautiful.
You know?
How is it kept though? In terms of people utilizing it?
No, it's been kept properly. We have some cameras. We have cameras installed.
Okay.
The Soufrière Constituency Council is responsible for the public spaces, so we have a caretaker there every single day.
Yes.
We also have security personnel there.
24
hours security personnel as well. So it has been kept properly, just as the bus terminal.
Oh wow! Boy, let me tell you something. I have to ring the bell. I'll tell you why I'm ringing the bell. The way you guys handle things down there in Soufrière with your
You know, and I want to thank the mayor tremendously for his
I hope if they make me a mayor of Castries, I could come down and get some advice.
Anytime.
For taking care of those facilities and making sure that the operational measures are in place to keep them to the pristine condition which you see those two facilities are in right now, Champagne.
Yes.
You know, and that is what this government is about. That is what my leadership, my representation in Soufrière is about.
Yeah.
We do not just come and build facilities, and for facilities to be there like white elephants, or facilities to be under maintained or forgotten about or neglected.
Yeah.
We come in, we put in the infrastructure, but we put in a plan, a maintenance and operational plan.
That's
so
right.
that the facilities, that infrastructure is going to last for a number of years and not deteriorate after 1 year or 2 years in service after it has been commissioned.
The new development road.
Yes, as a matter of fact, next month will be 2 years since we commissioned the bus terminal at the Soufrière Square.
Yes.
And if you pass, you would think it's a project that may be about 3 or 4 months old.
Really?
Because of the way it is.
The way it's kept.
Yeah,
beautiful stuff.
Yes.
The new development road. Your opponent had a lot to say.
But if you just allow me, I'll go back to Minister, if you allow me.
Yeah, go ahead.
To speak to the Freedom Monument.
Oh, yes.
Because I think it is very important that he incorporates.
Was that part of their plan?
Not at all.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for bringing this up. The Freedom Monument was never a part of the previous administration's plan designed for the square.
Okay.
What they had was they had a little on the rendering was a little stone
sculpture.
Yes, I think a little sculpture,
like a mermaid.
Yes, I saw that. Yes,
over that stone.
On the old plan. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I did not even know of the Freedom Monument, Champagne. It was one day in cabinet, the Attorney General told me, Brother Heron, I was speaking with a guy, he's a sculptor, renowned, great guy. He has beautiful projects out there.
Yeah.
And he told me he did a sculpture, a Freedom Monument, about 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And that thing is just in a warehouse.
Really?
Picking up dust.
Okay.
He showed me the picture, and I think that is going to be the right thing for your Soufrière Square. I said, yeah, AJ. He said, okay, I'm going to give you his number, get in touch with him, arrange for a site visit to the warehouse to see the sculpt. We did just that, and I'm speaking of Mr. Ricky George.
Yes, yes, I know him.
I called him, I arranged for the visit to the government warehouse at Massad. So myself, my chief architect at the time, Mr. Poyot, Mr. Howard Wells was the deputy, and I think 1 or 2 other staff members. Okay? We went there, opened up the warehouse, and removed the cloth over the sculpture, and here it was the Freedom Monument, and I mean this was just a beautiful, beautiful piece by Ricky George, and right away we realized that this was the ideal thing to go in the square there. And what did we do? The Freedom Monument represents it comes back from the slavery era.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know, the Maroons and Negmaon, breaking that chain and being free, the brigands.
Yes.
I know, and that is why you see that it is placed on that that stonework.
Yes.
And the way the stonework was designed by the architect, it resembles the old mills in the Choiseul area.
The meaning of that sculpture.
Of that, yes. Yeah. And the sculpture is placed on it.
Yes, yes.
You know? So the Freedom Monument was never part of the Labour Party's design and concept for the square.
Yeah.
This was brought about by us in our redesign of the Soufrière Square. Also, they had a dry water fountain. A water fountain where you could walk over when it is not operational. A fountain which is operational, which would have been operated.
So walk us through this, Mr. Minister, because you say a dry water fountain. A dry water fountain, that means it doesn't have any water in there.
It has water, but when you put off the pump, it is something that you can just walk over. You could put whatever it is over. Over the fountain area.
I understand.
You know? And that had to be operated through Wi-Fi, and they wanted different colors,
control lights,
and different sounds, and so on. And we said, well, this is going to cost a fortune.
Yes.
If this breaks down, it is going to cost even additional monies
to repair,
for maintenance, and where would these monies be coming from? So we went and we redesigned the water features in the square. And you could see that we have those two areas with the water. And that resembles Soufrière. Soufrière has a lot of water, the rivers, the waterfalls, the streams, and so on. And then we have that other fountain in the middle of the square, sending water into.
I see.
This thing.
Well, listen to me. Well designed. I think you were an architect before, in a previous life, because you and it's this is the difference between the United Workers' Party and the Labour Party. We believe in nice things,
that's right,
attractive things, mega things, that's not them little mediocre things, and that's what this Prime Minister continues to say. This is why you see this huge building at the St. Jude, you see the big airport, you see the big water project.
It's long-term initiative.
Yes, we believe in big stuff, beautiful.
And people-centered development.
Yes.
People-centered.
That's right.
Where the people of Soufrière could go, the children could go and relax and recreate and run up and down and walk and ride their little bicycles around, and just the ambience, the atmosphere, the environment of the place, just to change
things they've never seen before.
Minister, if you remember, on the eve of we actually opened the square on the eve of Emancipation Day. To commemorate with with the Freedom Monument.
July 21st.
And when we removed this hoarding around the square, I think it was 2 nights before. I mean, the joy of the people to see this.
I remember there was a carnival. There was a carnival out there,
There was a carnival out there. It was a joy. It is still beautiful. Actually, it opened up the tongue, and then, we were ready to get this hoarding out because it was really closing up the tongue and causing that unsightly appearance.
And we gave the buildings opposite a beautiful
little facelift. I saw that as well.
So just
the new development road, your opponent, but I tell you, sometimes you don't want to repeat things some of these people say, because you ask yourself, what is the reason for these people running for elective office? The people of New Development have had that road in such a state that they are even afraid to come out of their own homes. And you saw that problem first, and you said, let me do something about it. But your opponent, I remember the statement saying that government is not supposed to be the one fixing or rehabilitating that road. It has to be because it's private property. Walk us through that.
Again, it tells you what type of people, what type of party the Labour Party is all about. The Labour Party is not about people. When you talk about people, putting people first, the Labour Party is about putting the Labour Party
first.
Right.
I could ring the bell on that.
Putting the Labour Party first and coming up with all sorts of excuses not to be able to deliver to the people of St. Lucia, especially the people of Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques. For over 30 years, almost 40 years, Champagne, the roads at new development were in the condition which they were in when we came into office. Yes, the land was privately owned. It was developed, subdivided by an individual. But after a number of years, it was passed on to government.
Over half a century ago.
Government had to take over.
Yeah.
But you have a party, 20 years in office, proclaiming to love the people of Soufrière, love the people of Saint-Jacques, and saw no need to repair those roads. I promised the people of New Development, the people of Soufrière Saint-Jacques in my campaign, 2016, elect me as your parliamentary representative, and I am going to fix the new development roads for you. And I'm very happy with the support of the Honorable Prime Minister, the Cabinet of Ministers, the Mayor, and everybody around me. We have been able to deliver on that promise, which we made to the people of New Development, Soufrière, Saint-Jacques, to give them brand new roads at New Development. And you heard the Labour Party talk about people don't eat roads. Such a ridiculous.
It is one of the most absurd
statements that can be made by any political party, any aspiring parliamentary representative, and even worse, by a political leader aspiring to be prime minister.
Can you believe it?
When you know the value of roads, probably one of the most critical infrastructure that any country needs to sustain itself is roads. Your road network must be in conditions that it could create commerce. People could be able to move, the networking of people from one destination to another.
Have access.
Have access. Roads are going to decrease the amount of repairs and maintenance on vehicles. Therefore, creating more savings for people.
Travel time.
That's right.
Because travel time.
Travel time is important.
You know? And those roads, I could tell you, Champagne, that those roads which we have done at New Development have significantly increased the value of the properties at New Development.
That is what is significant.
Significantly. And therefore, if your house and land was valued at $10,000, right now it could be valued at $15,000, $18,000. What does that do to a resident of New Development? It means that during these difficult COVID times, that this person could say, okay, I could go now and refinance my mortgage. If I don't have a mortgage, but I want to do something, put an additional room for my kids, or an apartment to rent and so on, or travel or medical purposes, I could now go to the bank because my home is valued at $15,000 now, and get a small loan to do whatever it is to better my life, to improve my standard of living.
How many miles of road is there? A mile?
Development, I think. How many miles?
Half of a mile?
No, it's more than half of a mile.
It's more than that. It's more than that. I don't have that.
I think it's about maybe a little over a mile.
A little over a mile.
Yes.
I think maybe.
But I don't have the exact
the length
distance, the length right now. But I could always find out for you, Champagne.
Now I could tell you, gentlemen, I'm in my zone here because Honorable Guy Joseph, when he say, I always say, Champagne, you're not keeping me here. So I know you have government duties, but we're going to rush through things a little bit because we want to show the people some of the great work that I've done. So I will allow you and your mayor to go through some of the other projects you want to speak about, starting from my famous site in Soufrière, which is the stadium.
Oh, yes. And again, Champagne, I mean, this is the vision of the United Workers' Party. The vision of empowering our people, especially our young people. And I'm so happy that the Honorable Prime Minister and the Cabinet of Ministers, we came up with this National Sports Infrastructure Program where we selected 5 constituencies to undergo that massive transformation of facilities into world-class sporting facilities. And Soufrière was the first constituency to be given that opportunity of such a transformation. What did we do at the Soufrière Mini Stadium? We have transformed the playing surface, the field, into an international standard. Full size. International standard Champagne. Full size FIFA artificial turf for football. What does that mean, Champagne? When everything is done and over at the Soufrière Mini Stadium, you could play any local FIFA tournament, any regional FIFA tournament, any CONCACAF game, or any international Any international.
And that would be approved by FIFA?
Approved by FIFA.
Wow.
Can be played in Soufrière.
Beautiful.
It's a full-sized, well-demarcated FIFA artificial turf.
Yes.
We didn't stop there, Champagne, because the people of Soufrière deserve the best.
Yes.
We went and we put in an 8-lane, 400-meter
Yes.
international IAAF track at the Soufrière Stadium.
Goodness. Dr. Secret and myself had a race for you.
You know, 8-lane, 400-meter international. Everything we're doing it to international standard.
Amen to that.
International standard.
On that.
Because our people in Soufrière and Font-Saint-Jacques and St. Lucia deserves the best. They deserve to compete regionally and internationally. And at the bottom of the mini stadium, Champagne, we are going to be putting in the new term the pool, the Olympic size pool.
There's going to be a pool?
Yes, 25 meters long, 8 lane. Where our young people in Soufrière Font-Saint-Jacques will have that ability, will have that facility to come now and train and practice and learn to swim and compete.
Can you just give me that pool, please, in Marshall, please? At least we will get something.
That pool should have been in Marshall 25 years ago.
Exactly. Exactly.
25 years ago,
exactly.
We're also going to have a court. We had 2 courts at the bottom there. One of them is going to be rehabilitated for netball for the young ladies. And another court is going to be put in place where we're going to have a multi-purpose court. So we're going to have lawn tennis, volleyball. We're going to keep the basketball court where it is at next to the hospital in Soufrière. And make this entire facility a sporting facility.
Yes.
And of course, we have acquired lands next to the Soufrière Comprehensive School, Ruby. We've started the excavation of the Ruby Cricket Ground. Because we're going to have one of the best cricket facilities, cricket grounds in St. Lucia in the next term. Champagne.
So we have the stadium, which is football,
track and field, netball, multi-purpose court, swimming, and Ruby cricket, and in town, basketball.
Not even Cashfish has that, you know.
I'm telling you.
No, serious, not even Cashfish.
So the goal, the vision, the plan, Champagne, is for Soufrière not only to be the mecca of tourism or the breadbasket of St. Lucia, but the hub for sports in St. Lucia.
My goodness.
And sports tourism as well.
And sports tourism. So what does that tell you, Champagne? You, Champagne, would come down to Soufrière on a particular evening, and you will be overwhelmed with places,
some sporting activities
to go to. Because in that one evening, you could have cricket at Ruby, you could have football and track and field at the same time, because the track and field does not prevent football from taking place.
Let me say something. Let me say something. We went down there, the Sky FM crew, about a month and a half ago, maybe, and I sat there just taking the
grandstand,
the ambience of the place, and what was really, really thrilling to me, that sea breeze coming across the ground. And when I look in the distance, you could see Tipiton right there in your face. My goodness, that is majestic. There's nothing you could see anywhere else with that.
Nowhere in the Caribbean.
So this is the Pitos Stadium.
You could call it that.
Pitos
It
Stadium.
is really, really beautiful, my friend.
That's right.
Really, really beautiful.
And this is what the United Workers' Party is all about.
Yes.
Empowering people, people-centric development, giving young people the opportunity, giving them a world-class sporting facility that they can train, they can compete on. So when they go out there to represent St. Lucia regionally, internationally, they have trained, they have competed on a Mondo. Mondo, the brand of the track we have there is called Mondo. And this is the track that they use in Olympic competitions.
So weather doesn't affect this? No rain, no sun, none of the elements?
None of the elements affect this. So this is a Mondo, and this is the latest Mondo track that we have in Soufrière.
Heat resistant and all, you know.
And therefore, they will have that facility, that infrastructure, so that they can train and compete. What we are going to be working on now, Champagne, we've been working on it, are the programs, putting the programs in place. The club programs, the training programs, training of the managers and the officials and the coaches and so on, so that we can have a holistic development plan for all the sporting disciplines in Soufrière Font-Saint-Jacques.
That's important.
You know, so that our young people are starting from grassroots football, grassroots cricket, track and field, swimming, netball, all of the sporting disciplines. so that our children now get the best opportunities, the best opportunities to compete out there, to go to schools for higher education, to become professionals, contribute to the development of Soufrière Fontaine-Jacques and St. Lucia in general.
Basically, it could be an academy,
an academy.
Kind of sporting academy.
That's right.
But if you allow me to jump in, well, we are not only developing the facilities within the town. We are going to Fosse-Jacques.
Oh, yeah.
The pebble-based facility or field that was there, we fully rehabilitated the surface. And we use the best in St. Lucia, Ken Crafton, to do so. We fenced the entire facility. And we've just installed lights on the...
There's lights up there?
There are lights
boy,
installed at Fosse-Jacques.
At
Fosse-Jacques has lights.
Wow.
LED.
Wow.
Okay.
LED.
Lights.
Yes.
Right, floodlights.
So we're also going into Zeno. We've acquired a small plot of land. It's not as huge as we would want it to be, but that's what we have. And presently we are just about to go in to rehabilitate this particular surface for the residents of Zeno, as well for the young sportsmen and women of Zeno to use. We also trying to maintain all our other facilities. So the Fordo playing surface where we use for training sometimes, we try to upkeep it as well. So Buto, we just cleared up the Buto field, and then we're going to be doing some work at Buto by leveling the field because it's a bit uneven.
Belfort, are you doing a little something there? Not too much. It's private property.
It's private property, but whenever the need arises for assistance, we render the assistance. And in the new term, we are going to be doing work on the Belfort field. And also, I want to add to what Mr. Mayor is saying, that we do not keep any community behind in our sporting development. We have acquired lands in Unionville, in the Forgelib area, where we are going to be clearing very shortly that area for a field for the community of Forgelib. And I am promising the people of Forgelib, the young people of Forgelib, that in my new term as the parliamentary representative, we are going to be putting lights on that field for them as well.
Beautiful.
So no community is going to be left behind in the development plans, the development agenda of the United Workers' Party in Soufrière Fontaine-Jacques.
So here's what we're going to do before but I know we want to do some calls. I know you have to get back to your ministry, and we're going to allow when the footage come on TV. So you will narrate, you and your mayor will narrate through what's going on. But before we go to our footage, the sitting capacity at the stadium, are you going to enhance that, or are you going to change around the seats?
We are going to do some substantial work on the sitting areas. We're going to be putting some VIP sitting there. We're going to be putting a VIP lounge. There's going to be a control room at the top. There's going to be a washroom facility for the VIP section. There's going to be a media facility there as well. So when you have regional events and international events, that they can access those facilities, as well as some of the local tournaments and so on. You're going to have that as well. We will also be adding additional sitting areas in the mid to long term. What we're going to be using some bleachers, some portable bleachers that can be transferred, move about, you know. And then we're going to look at the areas where we can put permanent sitting to add to the capacity of the stadium.
When are we going to see a grand opening for the?
Well, we're looking forward to not December. I'm hoping that maybe by the end of this month into mid next month, we could have an opening of the mini stadium. They're currently working on the lights. They've connected all the lights, all the wiring. They're now working on the electrical room for the lighting, and hopefully, when that is done, we are going to be able to test the lights and have a grand opening.
Senator, for those of you who have not seen that stadium, the minister continues to say a mini stadium. I don't see that, I see a stadium, because it is very beautiful. We have footage of it, right?
Yes, we have footage.
All right, so before we go to our footage, you want to say anything regarding roads? There's so many roads. This is why I don't want to talk about it, because it's going to take 2 hours. You want to say something?
Definitely. I mean, we have lots of roads under construction in Soufrière Fontaine-Jacques, and still a lot more to be done in the new term. But I am very, very happy with one road which is currently under construction, and that's the Esperance Diamond Road. This is a road, Champagne, which was last given any attention to make it motorable for the people of Fontaine-Jacques and Soufrière 40 years ago. 40 years ago.
Wow.
We started paving this road, laying concrete on this road in 2011.
Yeah, from 2010.
2010, 2011.
Yeah.
We placed some concrete, we paved part of it in concrete.
Yeah.
And of course, when the Labour Party came in 2011 to 2016,
Abandoned it.
they did a small section up to the Boaden junction, and that's where they ended. And Esperance is an area, Diamond, those persons have been loyal to the United Workers' Party for decades.
Okay.
And these areas, those individuals have been punished
By the Labour
because of the loyalty to the United Workers' Party by the
yes,
Labour Party.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, this was a promise I made to those individuals, to Soufrière and to Forces Jacques, that I would have rehabilitate and reconstruct the entire Esperance Diamond Road.
Oh my goodness, that deserves the bell.
To open up the constituency, create opportunities for the people there, housing opportunities, business, you know, and land development, you know, traffic movement, networking for the people of Soufrière and Fonzanjak. And this road is currently under construction. This road is over, I would say, about 60%.
60%,
completed.
Wow,
laying on the concrete. They're very close to an area at Diamond called TPE. They're right next to a gentleman who has passed away many years ago called Etifan. And because of a shortage of aggregate, the stones and the quarries here, that they have not been able for the past week to continue with the laying down the concrete on that road.
Can you imagine the countries running out of aggregate at the moment in the middle of COVID?
In the middle of COVID, so much is happening. We don't even have the aggregate. They've also done work on 2 roads at Belfort. The old French road going down to Hermitage, which now opens up Belfort and the whole constituency to Sulphur Springs, Rabot, and Soufrière. And then there's another road, the Boaden to the Belfort to Boaden road, which we are going to undertake as well. They've done work on that, just waiting to complete Esperance Diamond so that we can tackle those 2 roads. And another road which is very critical, very important for us, which we promised the people, is at Zeno. The Zeno road is in bad condition, and I'm appealing to my constituents, my people of Zeno, to bear some patience. Yes, we promised you all a couple of weeks ago that they would have started, but I can assure you all that they will be coming on this road within days, very soon, so that we can fully concrete rehabilitate the Zeno road for the wonderful people and supporters of Zeno. I know at Zeno we have, like Mr. Gangadin, the mayor, articulated, we have the playing field, which is coming on stream. We have a couple of footpaths and other interventions to do at Zeno. I'm very happy, Champagne, that we were able, there's a landslide which took place in 2010, Hurricane Thomas, at Fort St. Jacques, at the very top of Fort St. Jacques, next to a gentleman who's deceased many years now, Mr. Edison, and that road takes you to Ambasso Trail, as well as the Rainforest, Edmonds Reserve. Since 2010, that landslide blocked off the entire road. So no vehicle was able to cross, to go to Ambasso or the Rainforest or access agricultural lands. In that area, we've cleared this landslide about 3 years ago. And the road, rehabilitate that road in such a way that any car could drive all the way to Ambasso to the Rainforest. Farmers have now been able to access the lands again because this is very fertile land, a lot of water there and so on. So we've done that, and I'm looking forward in the new term. There is an agricultural feeder road in Fort St. Jacques, which is extremely critical, important to the farmers, the young men in Fort St. Jacques and women who are into farming, called Dego Zaminot Road, takes you to River Dore, which is very close to Saltibus, to undertake the complete construction of this road. This road, Champagne, actually was excavated in 1987 by Desmond Faustin. When
that's
he,
a long time.
When he was in the Ministry of Infrastructure. And 20 years, the Labour Party never even looked at it.
Can you believe it?
Never looked at it. And I could tell,
why are these people
promising the people of Fort St. Jacques, the farmers of Fort St. Jacques, I was supposed to deliver onto this road this term. But due to COVID, we had $20 million from the Taiwanese government, the loan of $20 million. We had to repurpose it into COVID relief.
Okay.
So this road would have been constructed through those funds from the Taiwanese. But in the new term, I can assure the farmers of Fort Saint-Jacques that I am going to get this road reconstructed to open up more farming lands, more opportunities for the young farmers of Fort Saint-Jacques.
But Minister, also, can you recall that when we went to visit Edmund Forest, Landslide, technical officers said it's impossible to
clear the landslide.
To clear this landslide.
Yes.
It's impossible. That's what they said.
Impossible.
Ministry of Infrastructure,
yes,
technical officers said it was not possible to clear that landslide.
And even my predecessor said that in his 5 years as parliamentary rep, said the same thing, that it was going to be too expensive, cost too much money.
My goodness.
And almost impossible to clear the landslide.
We have any clips on that?
Yes, we have.
We have? Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
All right, before we go to the, I want to say one. There's an area, Port George, is that in your constituency?
No.
No.
That's in Choiseul.
Choiseul.
That is one beautiful area. When you get off of Fort Saint-Jacques and go by up and that, it's really, really pretty up there. I thought it was part of your constituency.
No.
All right, our producers, can you give us the footage so the world could see what has happened? Some, we don't have everything.
No, you can have everything. You can have
There's so
everything.
much which we have done, Champion.
Yes,
You cannot have everything.
Oh my goodness. And this is what I love about the United Workers' Party and the Labour Party. This is the best thing they have not been able to say that the UWP is because of election that we are doing projects. We immediately 2016.
Upon coming into office from
sir.
2016, we started the works.
That's right.
Up to this day, we have not stopped. We are continuing every single day. Champion. And when election comes, and Harold Stanislas is re-elected, I am going to be re-elected.
Of course.
By the biggest margin.
I believe.
At the next election.
That is for sure. That is without a doubt.
And the United Workers' Party, Honorable Alan Chastity, will be re-elected as Prime Minister of this country.
Margin again.
We are going to continue with the work from day one, Champion.
Producers, can you give us our photos, please? My phones are lighting up, but we are not taking any calls for the moment. We may just do about a half-hour phone call.
Yes, Champion. So what we see here.
So here we are, Senator.
Performance matters, Champion.
Yes.
And then you'll see the Hummingbird Beach Park before. And this is at 2016, huh?
That is before.
Yeah, that's before, but the 2016.
Yes.
And then next slide, you'll see
what it is like today.
The finished facility.
Wow.
State of the art.
Look at the background, man. Look at the hillsides.
Look at the hillside, yeah.
My goodness.
Only in Soufrière you can
Only in Soufrière. Only in Soufrière.
And this we spoke earlier of. This is the excavation for the additional poles. You can see the edge of the one existing pole.
Yeah, just the one,
Yeah, and this is the excavation. And then we will see
new poles.
Whoa.
Wonderful.
For the people in the diaspora, I know you all are loving it. I know you all are loving it. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous.
And this is only phase one because we're going to be building a world-class spa also at the Sulphur Springs. So this is Old Trafford in 2017.
Yes.
In 2017. And the next slide you will see.
Oh my God. I know the areas, but seeing them on TV,
that's right.
It makes it even more beautiful.
More beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the bus terminal.
This is the bus terminal concession booth. This is our farmers market.
Yes.
And Champagne, before we proceed with the slides, the market in 1918.
1918.
Yes, was the last time. I think
it was established on High Street in 1918.
It was established on High Street in Soufrière in 1918.
Yeah.
1918.
And the vendors from High Street to Church Street to B Street, they've occupied every single street within the town. The cemetery, the fishes complex.
Yes, because of the...
but they never once had a sheltered facility.
From 1980.
From 1980.
That's 200 plus years.
Yes.
100.
100.
19. Oh, I thought I'm 1980. Yeah, 100 plus years.
And never had a facility.
The United Workers' Party gave them a facility, a sheltered facility.
Only the United Workers' Party. Yeah. Okay, producers, let's continue.
Minister, respect to that.
Soufrière Carnival.
Yeah.
Carnival, we didn't have Carnival in Soufrière for almost 10 years, Champagne.
Yeah.
And this was a promise which I made to the people of Soufrière that we would have brought back that culture, that event.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that we were able to bring back Carnival in Soufrière. After 3 years, Soufrière Carnival was becoming one of the best carnivals
taking over
in Castries. And all thanks to the Soufrière Events Committee, which I established, to put in place so that we can revive Carnival, Les Soufrière, and other cultural events.
All right, let's go back to the square.
Yeah, so this is the finished product of the square, the redesign. This is the redesign.
Yes, that is the Soufrière.
So I've challenged them to show me that this is the exact design they had, and they can produce it.
No, never.
So this is the redesign that we develop a terms of reference for, to speak to the emotions of its users, and to also capture the narratives of the Soufrière history. So this is the end product we have here, and being loved by everyone.
My goodness.
The Soufrière police station. I'll let Minister speak about his intervention in the Soufrière Foundation on this particular project.
You remember how the Soufrière Foundation, the Soufrière police station was before, and I mean the place was affected with mold, water leaks, electrical problems, tiling, space, and so on.
Yeah.
And we undertook that program of rehabilitating the Soufrière police station with assistance from the Soufrière Foundation. And the reason why we used the Soufrière Foundation, I want to explain that campaign.
Yes.
To undertake the rehabilitation of the Soufrière police station was because the Soufrière Foundation has a lease on the Sulphur Springs Park.
Okay.
Where every year they pay a certain amount of money based on what they generate to government. And the Labour Party between 2011 and 2016 had not paid $1 to government.
What?
On that list. And that they owed government over $1 million.
They didn't pay 1 penny?
Not 1 penny.
My goodness.
So the Prime Minister, Minister of Finance said, okay, the Soufrière police station is in bad shape. The police are complaining. The police had to be relocated to a building temporarily because the conditions and the environment in the station was not conducive to working. And therefore the Minister of Finance said to the foundation, you'll owe government over $1 million in lease rent. I would like you all to undertake, for what you'll owe government, undertake the rehabilitation of the Soufrière police station.
Great initiative.
And this is why the foundation had to rehabilitate the Soufrière police station at a cost of over $600,000.
Oh, wow.
And today we have a beautiful, and all what we did from Champagne, we kept to the French architecture, the aesthetics, the facade and so on, so that we can, because Soufrière is an old French town. We do not want to move away from that. We want to keep the French architecture, the history, so that when you enter Soufrière, every building we put in place, the French architecture.
Look at the logo on the top of the building. That is really unique.
Very unique. Very unique. And also Champagne, you see the Soufrière Foundation is given to its mandate. It's giving back to the community.
That's right.
So it's delivering the money. That's very important. Very important.
Let's continue, producers.
Of course, Soufrière Fire Station, Minister Hummingbird Francis, was able to get the allocations to do significant work to rehabilitate the Soufrière Fire Station, the barracks and the office space, painting over.
You want to zoom a little bit, producer, please? Can we zoom a little bit, please?
Beautiful works was done there. Also, just sometime I think last year, a new ambulance was donated to Soufrière Fire Service. A state-of-the-art ambulance with everything.
Oh, beautiful.
And I want to thank Minister Hummingbird Francis for his initiatives, his interventions with the Soufrière Fire Station, as well as the Soufrière Police Station. I also want to thank our First Lady, the wife of the Honorable Prime Minister, Rachel Chasney, for her contributions to the Soufrière Police. She has donated chairs to them, lounge chairs. She has donated a gym set and I think some equipment, appliances to the Soufrière Police Station. So that is very welcoming. And I want to I want to thank
great lady though, great lady. Always keep working.
I want to thank Raquel very much.
There's my pride and joy now. There's my pride and joy.
Yes, Soufrière Hospital. This is the X-ray machine, which is operational at Soufrière Hospital. State-of-the-art machine.
It is.
Yes. You could see the roof, which was done in 2011. School refurbishments. I mean, and Champagne, I mean, it's a shame.
This one is where? In Tanks?
If you go back, this is Soufrière Infant.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame, Champagne. I mean, you cannot believe that a government that claims to love the people of St. Lucia, who talks about the youth economy, putting people first.
That's what they keep saying.
The condition of the schools in St. Lucia was so terrible, including Soufrière. $1 million allocated for school rehab.
Can you believe
for over 100 schools. So every school was basically entitled to about $8,000 a year.
That? That is not even desk and chairs, you know.
Desk and chairs.
That is not even the amount, the price
$1
for
million.
Chairs.
And since coming into office from 2017 budget, we have allocated $10 million for school rehab and reconstruction. So
Can
much.
You believe that?
And we have been able to rehabilitate every single school in the Soufrière district. Every single one.
Every single. We need to ring the bell on that. We need to ring the bell on
but we're not done yet, Champagne, because so much work needs to be done.
What is there?
This is the washroom facility at the Soufrière Primary School.
That beautiful thing there?
Yep. That's the washroom facility at Soufrière Primary. That is where when we demolished the old annex, which was badly destroyed by, I think it was Tropical Storm Debbie.
Well, it was heavily and further impacted by Thomas.
By Thomas since the 90s. The annex.
From Debbie's time.
From Debbie.
That's 1994, you know.
From Debbie.
Debbie was 1994.
Yeah, 94.
Yes.
And also
then Hurricane Thomas.
Yeah, also Tomate infested as well.
Infested. And this is a new wing. Which was built at Leseta Eaton's Combined School in collaboration with Ladera Resort. And I want to thank the owners, the management, and the staff of Ladera Resort for coming on board and collaborating with us, as a constituency, as government, in building this new wing. There are 4 classrooms, a music room, and a storage room at the bottom. And in my new term, I am going to build additional classrooms at the bottom as well for this new wing.
And this is a suspended building. Huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is a building actually on pillars, which nobody thought was possible to do. So actually, there's space on the ground floor where we're going to be occupying the space as well.
Look at that. That's the
Fosse Jacques Primary School, a computer room, termite infested in terrible condition.
2016.
Yeah, from 2016, when we got in 2016.
Wow.
So we rehabilitated it to a first class.
It is first class.
Yep.
It is
computer room. Okay, sword turning ceremony of the mini stadium facility. And
Look,
this is what we have.
That? We have to stay on that. Producer, stay on that for a little while. Stay on that for a little while, because when we look at this, we would never imagine this is anywhere in St. Lucia.
The henchmen, the operatives, Champagne, they made noise, they quarreled, they argued that we could never put a 400-meter track on this facility. Argued that artificial turf is cancerous, it's poisonous.
I heard all of this.
All of a sudden, they became experts at cancer, at research and technology. All of a sudden.
I heard Hilaire talking about that. That nonsense.
When they were in office in 2015, they initiated the FIFA Goal project with an artificial turf field in Mabuya Valley.
In the Mabuya Valley?
So the Mabuya Valley artificial turf is not cancerous. But the one in Soufrière is cancerous. And that is the hypocrisy of the St. Lucia Labour Party. That is the hypocrisy of the Labour Party.
Also, Minister, your opponent said as soon as she comes in, she's going to be digging up this.
She's going to be digging it up.
She's going to be digging it up. Yes.
That's what I was told, she said.
Yes.
So the
people of Soufrière is supposed to ask this lady to restrain from coming.
It's actually recorded. It's a video, she said it. So
we have to have that
video. So I'm saying,
we have to have that video.
So we're going to be looking at the options of,
you send me that video, that recording, and I will play it here, because
so the young people of Soufrière have to be very careful.
Because someone said it to me because they were surprised what they heard,
Here's something that is very key here. You see the flag of St. Lucia, how that is prideful, how beautiful that is.
Beautiful. And this facility, Champagne, is not only for running, like the sprinting, the 100 meters, 200, 400 meters relays. There are all the field events. You have long jump, you have high jump, you have the steeplechase. You have pole vault,
all of that, and everything.
Hurdles, which are going to be taking place on this facility.
Towards the long end of it, it appears that you could put a nice grandstand there.
Yeah, the grandstand at the top.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's why.
At the top, yes.
No, this is grounds.
Oh, this is ground.
This is grounds,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
So, you know,
So your added seating capacity would come where?
At the sides.
at the sides going to
Next to the existing.
Next to the existing
yeah.
grandstand, yes.
Okay, okay. This is beautiful, and this is the river right there on the
The
side.
river right there, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and we put a wall on the river side so that in the event the river ever overflows its banks,
Right.
the field is
It doesn't
protected.
affect, yes. Oh my goodness. But we have to ring the bell. Listen, there's nowhere else in San Lucia.
Nowhere else. Nowhere
In
else.
this way. All right.
And this is,
So this is Foster Jack playing field, as we mentioned earlier. The surface was all pebbles only.
Yes,
So the guys out there were playing pebbles, so
Yes.
we resurfaced and we fenced the facility as well. Further on, you will see the lights installation.
Oh,
These are the lights
wow.
installation on the
lights
playing
and
field.
for Jacques playing field.
Yeah.
So very soon the guys will be able to sweat in the evening.
Yes, exactly. Now this one. This is Ruby.
Ruby. This
Ruby
is
cricket ground.
we acquired 8 acres of lands at Ruby, where we are now excavating to build a new Ruby cricket ground, where our sportsmen and women will be able to have a facility for cricket.
Yes.
And the good thing with this facility, where it's located, the Soufrière Comprehensive School will also be able to have access to it.
I
So
see.
from the school,
Yes.
the kids could just walk down to the field.
Not really boundaries of it. So.
Exactly, and do the training and
My
so on.
goodness.
So
this is
what this tells you is that Champagne, if you're having a Carifta Games
yes.
in St. Lucia, that game is going to be in Soufrière. So all your field events, your javelin and all of that,
Yes.
will be done at Ruby Cricket Ground because
Yes.
it's going to be a grass surface.
Right.
And then all your other events, your track and so on, your shot, your pole vault, high jump,
put
long
and
jump,
everything.
shot put,
Yeah.
all of that
Yeah.
will be done. The tracks will be done at Soufrière Mini Stadium.
Wow, Mr. Minister. And we don't. There's no footage of roads, and we're not even going to go there. Because
No, there
we have some.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Soufrière basketball.
Soufrière basketball.
Again,
Where's
this was done with assistance from Anshasta Jade Mountain, Soufrière Foundation, and basketball.
Where is that located? Right
next to the Soufrière
right
Hospital.
next
To the hospital, right,
Yes.
right. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
My goodness. But I thought Honorable Guy Joseph had stuff, but it looked like
Palmis Learning Center. Now this here, Champagne, this was an old laundry facility. It was rehabilitated in 2010, again through grant funding from the CDB.
yes,
Through the efforts of Alan Shastney
That's right.
as the caretaker candidate and Minister of Tourism at the time. And the laundry facility, it had been closed all those times,
Yeah.
all those years.
Refurbished.
Refurbished,
Recently refurbished and
completely
closed.
refurbished, closed down. They never opened it.
after they won in 11.
Yes.
These people are wicked people, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
ashamed to say it.
we
These
have
people are wicked people.
rehabilitated it into a learning center
Yes.
where we're going to be putting computers, internet, printers, laminating machine, binders, and everything. And we're going to have persons in there tutoring the young people of Palmist on afternoons and weekends.
Yes.
Help them with the homework, the SBAs,
Right,
the
and after
research,
school.
after school, and so on.
Yeah.
So what we see now is repairs to infrastructure, because when we came in, it was really, our public infrastructure was in a bad condition.
Yes.
So bridge railings had to be repaired.
Yes.
Sidewalks had to be done. Drainage, retaining walls. These are feeder roads for our farmers.
Yes.
So these are 2 strip roads to go to as farm roads.
Warden.
Wow, look at the differences
Yeah,
between that.
yeah, yeah.
My goodness.
This is a bus shelter at Itanks. It was a hazard for the use of the students. So
Yes.
we reconstructed a new bus shelter
This is beautiful.
just before the recommencement.
And
of
we'll be
school.
doing a similar bus shelter like this at Kachime for the people of Buto.
Or Buto.
Okay.
Yes, yep.
So this is
And this is Abaso, Edmund Forest landslide. The landslide which they said was impossible to be cleared,
Yes.
which was going to cost too much money, millions of dollars.
Yes.
This is the area, and you can see the machines there
Yes, yes.
clearing that landslide, and the road is fully operational right now.
Wow.
Okay, road rehabilitation. You can see the upper and lower new development road rehabilitation. You can see where it was, how it was before.
That's the way it was?
that's how it was.
Yes.
With all those rocks there?
yeah.
Yep.
My goodness.
And now this is
And
the
this
concrete
it
road.
today.
Yep.
Look at the sidewalk on that.
Sidewalk, drains.
Look at the sidewalks there on that, mine.
And what I'm going to be doing, I've requested it from infrastructure. Champagne is for some speed bumps.
Yes.
Because the roads are now highways. So for safety of residents,
yes.
there are places where we have to put in speed bumps.
Look at how gorgeous
Beautiful.
this is, man.
So
Labour Party supporters, I hope you all are paying attention.
yes, Esperance Diamond Road.
That's the
Or the
Come on the
Belfort,
right side.
Old French Road at Belfort, going
Yes.
down to Hermitage,
Yes.
Sulphur Springs, Rabot, Zeno Road, which is going to be rehabilitated very soon.
Yeah.
All of that is going to be concrete.
Okay.
All the way to the top, down to the bus shelter at Zeno. A village tourism development, that's the Factory Road Vending Plaza, again, to create entrepreneurship opportunities
Yes.
for persons in Soufrière and Jacques.
That's by the old
The old copper factory, that road there.
Yes.
Well, it is under construction right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
so
this is
there are
gonna
more
be-
progressive photos of
Yeah,
this.
the end
Yes.
product when it is
Okay,
completed.
Yes.
We're doing 7 of those there, but we're starting with 4.
Okay.
And later on, we're going to be doing 3 more.
Free after. Yes.
Actually, I'm putting pressure on Minister to find the resources to do more now.
What is
Yeah.
that? It says waterfront.
The waterfront, right opposite the post office, the police station.
Bagos
Yeah,
and
okay.
This is Bank of St. Lucia. This is a cafe,
Yes,
which is
yes,
coming
yes.
there, where tourists, visitors could come in. You see, we have a
Look
deck
at-
right
look at-
there
look at the deck
on the
over there.
water there. Look at the pitons in the background,
Yes,
champagne,
yes.
where persons could just come in the morning, afternoon,
Yes.
and just enjoy a coffee,
That's right.
hot
Relax.
tea, spiced tea.
That's right.
You know, a little snack, something,
Look at that.
a
Look at-
wine.
Look at the balcony there.
It's not going to be your typical bar. It's going to be a cafe.
A coffee, yes.
Yes,
You
and,
could get a snack. You could
A
get
snack you could
Yeah.
get, you know. Yep. Water tanks installed at Warden and Belfort, because these are areas they've been suffering
Yeah.
with water problems for over 20 years. Over 20 years.
My goodness.
And nothing, no intervention by the Labour Party to alleviate the plight of the people.
Yeah.
And what we are installing 4 tanks.
Yes.
It's going to be about 20,000 gallons in each community to help the people with the water problems.
Yes. Yes.
We have areas at Warden, Chaton-Belair, Bouton, Colombet. They've never had internet cable connection.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Coming in, we were able to supply them with the internet and cable in those communities. You know, the kids and homework and so on.
Yes.
Television, etc. Of course, helping parents with uniform back to school.
Yes.
Uniform and bursaries, the schools donated
The
notebooks.
kids look very
books,
happy. to
Very,
be
very
with
happy.
the- With their rep.
Yes.
Everybody smiling.
Yeah, and all the schools benefited. Bouton, Soufrière Compris.
And these are for e-books.
Yeah,
Yes,
there were
yes.
some tablets and so on, and also some laptops. There to our young kids. Of course, donations of hampers to help the people, you know,
Yes.
the less fortunate.
Yes. Yes.
Uniforms to our sportsmen and women.
Yeah.
Yes. And all of those initiatives will be continuing in the new term.
I see you have an
Champagne.
artist there. It's someone-
Yes. Oh, this young lady.
It's a portrait of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
portrait.
Wow.
Yeah, she presented me with this portrait.
Great stuff.
She's from Font Saint Jacques,
Okay.
from Mocha, Miss Pascal.
Yes.
Yeah, and the cemetery wall. We are going to be painting the cemetery wall, and then we're going to be putting some murals on the cemetery wall.
Okay.
So this young lady is going to be one of the persons
I see.
we are going to be getting to put those murals
Yes.
on the wall.
So tell him
Hold on.
Hold a minute, call producers. Just hold it for 1 minute.
go back. Tell him.
Just go back 1 slide, please. One more. One more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's good.
So
Okay,
upcoming
this is-
projects.
Yes. So, that's the future.
The future.
Yeah, so
some of our upcoming projects.
yeah, so Champagne, what I want to say about this is that you will see that we're going into a new term with a full plan. And the new term plan, we have already identified more projects in the first term.
My goodness.
So we've already all set for our
Well,
schedule.
you know, I might have to move. No,
Yeah.
I might have to move.
So we moving on to, we've already commenced conversation with regards to the old Town Hall building.
Yes.
With regards to creating a new administrative building where you're going to be housing and accommodating for all government services. So there will be one centralized point.
Okay.
So we've already designed the building. We've already going in, having discussion with regards to with government and also for with private investors for a boat agreement. So we are pleased to share also this administrative building. So these are just some of our plans going into the new term. Because our representation for the people of Soufrière is not short term. It is long term. It is holistic.
That's right.
So it is not time based on 5 years.
No.
It is until we are satisfied that we have delivered to the people of Soufrière Square.
That's right.
We have improved the quality of lives of the people. This is what we aim in, not a period of time of representation.
And not just talk.
It's not talk.
The proof is there.
The proof is
Action.
action.
Speaks louder than
That's
words.
the PM song.
That's right.
Yes.
Action.
Yes.
So if we can go back to the
So we're there now.
yeah, so the administrative building, you will see this is in the location of the existing Old Town Hall building,
Look at that.
next to Old Trafford.
You know what I noticed with all of our footage there this morning? The pitons is always
It have to be featured.
It has to be featured. Yes, this is beautiful.
And this is going to be like a one-stop shop, Champion, where all government offices in Soufrière currently will be located, and additional offices. And what we want to achieve is that the people of Soufrière do not need to leave Soufrière to come up to Castries to get certain documents, certain services, that it can be accessed right there in Soufrière. So, for example, somebody who wants to renew a passport or get a new passport done, there's no need to come to Castries.
No.
You're going to have a sub-office of immigration in there where you can go and apply for your passport.
Yes.
And get it within, if it's 7 days, 3 days, 4 days. If you want an emergency passport for now, then you come up to Castries.
Okay. I see.
Your driver's license, the theoretical exam, the practical exam will be done in Soufrière.
Okay.
Both certificates.
Yes.
Matters of civil status and other services of government.
You're preventing us from seeing the Soufrière people. The people will have no need to come to Castries.
What we want to do, we want to create more commerce, more activity, more business in Soufrière, so that we can have a lot more happening in Soufrière, more employment, more buying and selling, and they can have that trickle-down effect.
That's right.
In Soufrière to every nook and cranny corner.
But also, we want our people to be so employable that when they get 1 day off, they don't have to go to Castries.
That is everything is right.
Everything is right there.
That is my point.
Yeah,
that is my point. And then in the night time, you have sporting activities. Someone could relax. Well, you only have to reserve a little space for me down there.
You're welcome anytime. Welcome anytime.
That is beautiful. Who really came up with the design on that one?
Again, that was by Mr. Poyot, Augustine Poyot, former chief architect of physical planning.
This is nice.
Yep.
Okay, producers, we want to move forward. Anything? Yes. Wow, this is part of.
And these are not just renderings. If you realize, every rendering that we have showed, we have actually built to the design.
It's true.
It's actually built to the design. So we didn't show one thing and then we see something. Yeah, we're seeing.
Woo! What is this one?
This is the continuation of Old Trafford. That's where you have the bus terminal and market. So those two other buildings are going to be coming in onto the facility. And it's going to be having additional concession booths where young persons now will have opportunities now to rent and start their own small businesses. You're going to have barber shop in there. You're going to have ice cream parlor. You're going to have pizzerias. You're going to have restaurants, bars, boutiques, spas, just name it. Whatever small business that the young people of Soufrière want to go into, they will get the opportunity.
I might have to stop this program because y'all are just making me just too jealous. No,
so this is going to be the second phase of Old Trafford.
What is this one?
This here is going to be a fitness park at new development. There is a restaurant called Fedo's. It's right next to Fedo's. You're going to have, if you look at the bottom of it, that's where you're going to have the outdoor gym equipment, heavy duty. People will be able to walk, run, jog around exercise. You're going to have sitting areas. You're going to have play areas for the kids. There's going to be...
The equipment is on.
The equipment is already on island.
You already have the equipment?
Yes, we are going to get assistance with the NIC. The NIC is helping us with the equipment. All the equipment are on island already.
Wow.
It's just a matter of getting this project started. Nice. So a fitness park and new development.
So this is no fluff or bluff, you know.
No,
this
is
right. Real stuff.
Well, actually, we're using this particular site for the batching of the concrete for the road
and new development.
So we've already not landscaping, but excavating to this particular form. So as soon as they leave there, that we're able to construct the walking path and also the other components to start off with the fitness park, and then we're going to lower down. We're going to do it in the other a children's park area, so the children now can enjoy, because there's a preschool next door. They took and use it as well.
Right.
This one is for Beignet.
This is for Beignet. This is another park at Fort Beignet. In the next couple of days, we'll be starting some rehabilitation work on the park at Fort Beignet. But in the new term, this is what the Fort Beignet Park is going to be converted into. This beautiful place there, this recreational park for the people of Fort Beignet and Soufrière.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
This is the site of a housing scheme in Palmist. This is going to be refined as we move on. But Palmist is an area where we love, we're very concerned, and we want life to be a lot better for the people of Palmist. So we are going to be undertaking housing schemes, almost like CDC.
Right.
But it's going to be beautifully designed, different structures, where persons are going to be given an opportunity where they're going to lease to own.
Okay.
Yes,
I know.
So you lease for a number of years, 5, 10, 15 years, and after it becomes yours.
Yes.
And all of the apartments, the homes, will have the washrooms, the toilet facility, gonna have a small park. We're also gonna make it sort of mixed use. So we will be able to put areas where persons are gonna have the little shops, the bakery, the salon, and so on.
So you make it residence commercial.
Commercial, yes.
Residential commercial.
Yeah, and they've got a
you work where you live.
You work where you live. That would be nice.
That's right. That's right.
Woo! What is this one?
This is gonna be.
No. We have to stop that. no, we have to stop the program.
No, this is the last one. This is the last one.
We have to stop the program.
This is gonna be our Serenity Park in Soufrière, and this is gonna be at new development next to Mr. Fauché, next to where Gemma David lives right there. There's a beautiful piece of land there, a green space.
Yes.
So we're going to put a beautiful park there for the people of new development, the children, the retirees, the elderly and so on, to come and relax and sit and recreate at new development.
Wow.
And all of this is coming into the new term. And these are some other...
These are some other things.
Which we have done. There's a new Soufrière hospital, which we are going to be constructing.
I see you have to say home for the elderly.
Yes. It's going to be like an adult daycare center.
Yes.
And let me explain this to you, Champion. We're looking at an area. There are many elderly people who stay home alone.
Yes.
For the day when kids or grandkids go out to school and work.
Yeah.
And we're saying that we are going to put a facility in place. We're going to put a mobile van, a mobile unit, where persons can be picked up at their homes at a particular time in the morning.
Yes.
Bring them to that adult daycare facility where they're going to socialize with other elderly people of their age. They're going to get a shower, they're going to be fed, they're going to exercise, they're going to play their little domino, their little card,
happy those people will be.
Exactly, a little music and, and fresh air, sit underneath the trees, the benches, do that little thing.
And talk about old times.
Talk about old times on the afternoon at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. The mobile unit is going to take them back to their homes because the kids are back from school, or their daughters, their sons, whomever is home would have been back home.
I could foresee one problem with that. When these people get accustomed to that, they might not want to go back home. They may not want to go back home. Mr. Minister, let me say this. I really do appreciate this. But we want to do 15 minutes of calls because it's a 1:45, and the lucky ones will be able to be the ones that will get on the line. St. Lucia, after seeing all what we have seen, I don't even know if I should even be on the program anymore because this is really, really incredible. Let's start off with this one. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Champagne.
And
good
to you.
Afternoon to Mr. Herald.
Now, let me say this. I'm allowing everybody 1 minute, huh?
Anyway, I'll give somebody else a chance.
Yes.
Because I have too much.
No. Because of time.
People need to get the message.
Because of caller, you're already wasting time. Because of time. Go ahead, caller.
The people in Soufrière, the young people need to know what the guy is doing.
Caller, but go ahead, caller.
Take out a guy that's done so much for this community, and you're talking about Emma Hippolyte, a woman that didn't do anything for Grosile, and you're telling me you're going against Herod, destruction of the soil in Soufrière that even Dalsa has never done under St. Lucia Labour Party. What they were doing, we were not seeing where the money was spent.
That is
now
true.
we see where money is spent.
That
and
is
I'm
true.
calling on the young people of Soufrière to vote Herod. Vote, go out and vote Herod. The Labour Party does not have a future for young people and for St. Lucia.
It's true.
So St. Lucians in general, the government are giving you opportunities, not when there is a day by the road. You have all you have the call centers, you just name it. There's more call centers are coming to this country, and the young youth that live in school every year, I would not say 5,000 will get jobs, but they will get jobs in the hundreds.
All right.
Go out and vote.
Thank
the
you.
United Workers Party.
Amen.
For
All right.
good governance.
Amen,
for
Kuala.
2021, 2022, and even more, maybe 100 years.
All right.
you.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot, Kuala. All right. Thanks for holding. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Champagne.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, my minister, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Not too bad.
Okay, that's Percy they're calling you, giving you a shout.
We have the mayor here too. And the mayor is here as well.
And the mayor, yeah, sorry about it, Mr. Mayor.
How you doing, Percy?
Yeah, congrats, man, congrats.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Don't worry with them, you know. Don't worry with the labor freaks, you know.
Right,
Yeah, don't worry with them labor freaks, man.
Yeah, man,
Just
yeah, man.
do what you continue doing,
right.
and you will be successful in the next election.
Amen.
you.
So don't worry with Emma, because Emma is a failure.
Right.
I live in Maricil, you know, Chief.
Okay.
And has not done nothing for that area.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing
So
was done for Rosalie.
think that she will fool the people of Soufrière.
That's right. That's right.
Because I have to tell you, that radio station, Sky FM, that's the station I'll be calling to tell the people of Soufrière about Emma.
Right. We would love you for you to do that.
Yes, that's right, Kuala.
Well, I'm going to call that radio station to boom. I'm Emma.
That's right.
Because she has nothing. She's a failure in Rosile.
That's
Yes.
right.
And she's running down thinking that Soufrière people go vote. I'm saying it. Soufrière people, do not vote for Emma. Because Emma is a failure.
Yes.
And she'll continue to be a failure.
failure.
That is
She
right.
has no plan for Soufrière.
That's right.
She has no plan for Soufrière.
All
My
right.
minister Herod has all the plan for Soufrière. I'm telling you all people of Soufrière to stay with Herod.
All
Stay with
right.
Herod. Nous pas quitter ça nous pour ça nous pas correct.
Ça vous Kuala.
That's right.
Okay, merci. Time. Nous savons. Time.
Jean Soufrière, pas vote by Emma.
Okay. All right.
Sans failure.
Merci, Kuala. Time
Emma
up.
sans failure.
Okay. All right. Hello. Good afternoon. I'm trying to rush for time.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Champagne.
Yes, sir.
I won't take much of your time.
Yes.
There's one thing the minister has not said that he is going to do.
Uh-huh.
I need a plank at the top of Gopito to dump the SLP into the sea.
Okay. All right. He's going to get that. We'll get that.
That is all I need from you, sir.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon. You're just going to have 1 minute. We're trying to rush for time. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Champion. Good afternoon, Mr. Herod. Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor. How you guys
Good
doing?
afternoon, sir. Not
Good
too bad.
afternoon.
Champagne.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you again, Champagne. It look like I'll have to live in England and come and live in Soufrière because this kind of development that I see in Soufrière there.
Boy, I'm getting
It picks
jealous.
me up, you know.
I'm getting jealous.
Because Champagne, the thing is, back in 1989, 1990, I used to sell bread for Mon Bakery in Soufrière to bring bread from up the Mon to Soufrière.
Uh-huh.
Soufrière was nothing like that, huh?
true.
And then I came down to St. Lucia number of years coming down to Soufrière. Imagine 2 years ago when I did come to St. Lucia, is every Wednesday is Soufrière coming down in Big Bamboo and Big Yard and enjoy myself, you know. And now I see this kind of thing there.
Yes, sir.
And this little man standing there, I gonna tell him, he have to hold a lens Zacasia for Emma to whip she off.
Oh, yes.
Because she have not get enough beaten. If she was in Grosile, that's more developed than Soufrière.
Yeah.
Where Soufrière was forgotten. Now she want to leave it and come down to Soufrière.
Yeah.
Ik a mwen kou telman, let's fin point kou. Ik a di Mr. Herod not sorry because Herod son non bon Dieu. Because Satan having come against bon Dieu. These people have to understand what's going on. And I tell you, Jose to all them places I used to go and sell bread from one bakery. All up from Palmis, all them area there. Wavin Clay, all them area there.
Yeah.
The last thing I saw in Soufrière, they had the court there by the hospital. That was not a court. Now look at the kind of development. Look at look at the stadium.
Yep.
Boy, Labour people have to understand. They need to step out and let UWP run St. Lucia because
That's
the people of St. Lucia can see for themselves.
All right.
And UWP has a vision for St. Lucia.
That's right.
I'm not going to stay too long.
Thank you, buddy.
Mr. Minister, I appreciate all the good work you do for Soufrière, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay then, take care and good.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello.
Yeah, Soufrière calling.
Yes, super.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Herod and Mr. Gangadin.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question there concerning some of the developments taking place in Soufrière at the moment.
Right.
The area where, like, just next to the adjacent to the bus terminal, all them small houses there, when in fishermen, that's not looking appropriate there if so much of a development is taking place out there, you know.
Yes, we know that. We know that, caller.
What plans you have for them man there?
Very good. Yeah, that's the area called the Bulliard.
Yeah.
And we have to continue the seawall going down towards the river and join it with the river wall. And then the fishermen there will be relocated. Okay? When they get relocated, we are going to continue with the backfilling, because at that end there, we're going to be putting a beautiful open air restaurant.
Yeah,
We will also be building a step to go down towards the sea, because we're going to be cleaning the beach there, all the stones, the pebbles and everything. We're going to be spreading sand there. We're going to be building some cabanas there, just similar to Hummingbird, where people can come and relax and lay underneath those cabanas and just enjoy the beach front in that area. But the fishermen there will be relocated.
Now, likewise, you see the Barons Drive area too. I've been walking there in recent times, and I realized that the people are indiscriminately dumping a lot of garbage by the stones there and things. So, what plans you have for there now?
Yeah, beautiful.
Waterfront.
Yes. Oh, we have a beautiful waterfront redevelopment plan for Barons Drive, and I'm speaking of the area from where Aquenius have his shop, Akokoi, going all the way up to the old fish market.
All right.
We're gonna be building a boardwalk on the stones there. The boardwalk is gonna comprise of many small businesses where you're gonna have. I don't know if you've been to Rodney Bay Marina.
Yeah.
Where you have Elina's there, where you have the pizza shop there. You have the chairs where people can sit, the bar and so on. So a similar concept, but beautifully designed with the French architecture. So persons like Aquarius will be on the stones there with their little bar and their food stuff. Persons will be able to sit down, Janice, Ghana, and other persons who are interested, even new persons, young persons from Barons Drive who want to start their own businesses, will be able to be on the rocks there on that boardwalk. And towards the sea, we're going to build a beautiful platform where the dinkies, when the yachts are anchored in front of Barons Drive, the dinkies could come and tie right on those platforms, walk up onto the boardwalk to patronize. We'll also be building in the Barons Drive area a new washroom facility, a new bathroom, new toilet facility, so patrons of those establishments can use that facility. And the goal and the plan is that on a Friday night, we are going to block the road by the old fish market, and every Friday we're going to have a seafood Friday on that strip of road all the way down to Barons Drive. So vendors now going to have the seafoods, those with the shops, the restaurants, the bars, the cafes on the boardwalk will be benefiting from it as well. So the entire Barons Drive area now becomes a place of commerce, a place of business, where the people of Barons Drive now are going to benefit tremendously from this development. What we'll also be doing for Barons Drive, we'll also be doing some work on the houses and the buildings, the facades, where we're going to change some of the facades. We're going to be painting them up beautifully so that the whole place gets a major uplift with this development coming in the new term in Barons Drive.
All right.
All right,
And,
caller.
I really appreciate that. So I'd like to thank you for all what you've done in Soufrière and for the upliftment of the people and the community and St. Lucia on the whole. Anyway, thank you for the new road that's going through Belfort. I have my property up there as well.
Nice.
That's passing just next to my house.
Great.
Yeah, that's Symphorian talking there.
No problem.
All right, caller. Have a good day.
Hey, have a good one.
All right, beautiful. Hello, thanks for holding. Good afternoon. We have 5 minutes. Hello? Hello? Good morning. I'm doing good, thank you.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Francis. Mr. Harold, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Not too bad.
Yeah, good vision. I like to hear that. Oh my God. Who is anybody? They don't have no ambition. Right. Send them to sleep. Have a nice day. Nice talk.
All right. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. Hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon, Champagne.
Good afternoon, sir.
To your guests.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Stanislaus, let me tell you something. John Compton would be smiling because I remember at one time John Compton was not happy with Soufrière people because of the way they treated the party. But right now, I can see you have turned, boy, you are a gentleman. You have turned Soufrière around. I want you to keep it that way. And right now, I think John Compton is smiling at you right now.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
the
sir.
thing about it is, I cannot remember the last time I saw development like that in 4 years, my brother.
Yeah, it has never happened, caller.
It's never happened, man.
No.
And I tell you that would make John Compton very happy because he was always complaining about Soufrière people. The Soufrière people treated UWP very bad.
Yeah, but that has changed.
And that has changed. And Herod, let me tell you something. You are a gentleman. Continue doing the work. And Emma can't move you out of there. And
She knows that.
Mayor,
Not at all.
eyes open, Mayor, eyes open. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
To your guest. Okay. Champagne, I'm not going to go on Mr.
Say that again. You're not going to go what?
Well done to you, Mr. Minister.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
But what I want to say, I know Philip Pierre is listening. I need Philip Joseph Pierre to take a look at what you have done in a 5-year term. People of Bacatel Marsha, in front his home, waterworks there, where that is a mess. If he is not getting ideas, tell him to come and speak to you all.
Exactly.
Because I am seeing you and Dominic, 2 junior ministers. When you do growth like that for a constituency, you give the people in the constituency hope. You give them hope. You let the young people walk up with their chin.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
They have something to look up to. You put pride inside of them. You know, when these people see this kind of project, it's not ghettos they will want to go and put themselves into. You try to eliminate these things.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Philip Pierre, I want you to take a walk and to do these things for the 25 years. And the people have been giving you the vote for 25 years, my Lord.
Well, caller, there's no way he could do it anymore. That's his last road.
That's right.
He can't do it anymore.
By the grace of God, and I want the people of Marsha, Bacatel, independent city, 5 years.
Yeah.
Man, open your eyes. People, open your eyes.
Yes.
Like our motto said, the land, the people, the life. That means you work the land.
All right.
You work the land. You instill stuff in the people, and then when the life.
Right.
Be.
That's right.
All right, caller, thank you. We know you always have a good
caller.
one. Beautiful. All right, Mr. Minister, we'll do 2 more.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good Champagne. Good afternoon, Mr. Minister.
Good afternoon,
sir.
And good afternoon to St. Lucia. Mr. Stanislaus, we changed the name. Herod stands with us.
That's not the secret.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If you want Dr. Secret to be happy, make sure you print a t-shirt. It could be for me alone.
Right.
At the back of it, with your
photo, your head, and at the bottom written, Herod stands with us when it comes to development.
That's right. That's right.
Us, not
You
stands
will
with
get
us.
it. Yes, problem. Yes, problem.
Stands with us.
You gave a very good account of yourself, your community, and St. Lucia
Yes.
on the whole.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir. That developed in terms of tourism, and the next thing people talk about, where else is Soufrière? You can have the pitons, waterfalls, volcano, everything, and the place is not developed.
That's right.
Job well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Emma staff that you see have to go down on her knees and ask St. Lucians for forgiveness.
Yeah.
He put in that 65 years.
Yeah.
21 people. Munta moyo para intention.
That's right.
Emma soldier, sir. Exterior mun company 65 that is voted by Emma. Le Emma te say by like that. You mun kala nem people de made van go get out.
That's right.
All right. It's for me.
Yes, I will. I will.
Herod stands with us when it comes to development.
No problem.
Okay, all right, thank you, Doc. All right, so we have 1 o'clock, so we're going to take the last call, and there it is. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Champagne.
Good afternoon to you. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Herod.
Good afternoon,
and
Miss.
Mr. Mayor of Soufrière. I don't know your name. I didn't hear the name. I am not from Soufrière, but I'm here tearing up as to what I am seeing in Soufrière. And I know that St. Lucia is on its way. You all have already started. And I thank you, even if I'm not from Soufrière, I thank you for what you're doing for Soufrière. And I know the other communities, the other districts will become the same. So I want to say to my St. Lucians, to Soufrière, okay, so Soufrière people, please, Mr. Herod Stanislas is going nowhere. Vote Mr. Herod Stanislas. He has begun to put light into Soufrière. And the whole of St. Lucia, my St. Lucian people, do not allow our St. Lucia to go down. It is not supposed to go down. Light is coming. It has already started coming. Our Prime Minister with a vision is putting our country somewhere. And even though we are 236 square miles, we are going to be the top of the world. We are going to be, when the foreigners, when the tourists decide to take a trip, St. Lucia will be the #1 country for them. We will see the visitors coming in and pouring, because St. Lucia will reach to the place where we want it to be, where St. Lucians want it to be, and we are not taking away the UWP government.
Amen.
They are the ones who are going to put us there, and we're going to keep them there. I am tearing up about what I'm seeing this afternoon. I love my country, and I want to see my country do well. And St. Lucians, please do not allow the XLP to take that dream from us, which we are already started seeing. Thank you, Mr. Herod.
Thank you,
Mr. Mayor, for being standing with Mr. Stanislas. Thank you
very much.
The caller really sounds emotional.
Yeah.
Mr. Minister, we have 5 minutes after 1 o'clock, and my phones are still ringing, but the lights are going on. You want to do, we have to cut off, right?
Just do 2 more calls.
2 more? All right. Hello, you're a lucky caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Champagne. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
How is Mr. Herod holding on there?
Not too bad, sir.
Okay. Mr. Herod, Bubbles.
Yes, sir.
Bubbles is
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, Bubbles. Not too bad, man.
Good. I want to ask you a question. I don't know if you can answer, sir.
Okay.
Okay. With all the works I see you and Dominic Fede and the others have been doing, I want to ask a question and relate it to the Labour Party for me, please. Answer so that the people who are listening can understand what I'm asking. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you all have a minister's fund?
No, we don't.
All the projects you all have there, have you all spent from the minister's fund to do this project?
The minister's account.
Not at all.
Minister's account. Yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you, Champagne.
Not at all.
You always on the button, my boy. Thank you.
Not at all, Bubbles.
Not at all? No. Okay. I want to be short. That's not the time for me to be calling. I'm reserving my bullets for, sorry for using that. I'm reserving my ammunition for later. Explain to the people how it is to manage a country without a minister's account, where only one person can sign a check and give build a container box of concrete for $600,000, and look, put it vis-a-vis to what you all newcomers,
Yeah.
Now, how they say that in American?
Rookies.
Rookies. How you all rookies working under a top master coach can achieve what makes St. Lucians happy to see the country is about. That's where the money is spent, not from a minister's how you call it, champion?
Minister's account.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, so this is our final call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Minister.
Good afternoon, Miss.
And Mr. Mayor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And Champagne, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
I just want to let you know, Mr. Minister, I'm calling from the United States.
Oh, how are you
and
doing?
I am so pleased. I am so pleased to see for me to see that. That is so nice.
Beautiful.
That is so nice. And I want the people of Soufrière to vote Dominic Pede. I mean, not Dominic Pede. What's your name again?
Herod Stanislas.
Herod Stanislas. Vote Herod Stanislas come election day.
That's right.
I am happy to see. I'm happy to see this. It's so beautiful.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Vote Herod Stanislas.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All
have a blessed day.
Bye bye. Have a good one. All right. I still have international calls coming. Mr. Minister, listen to me. Any last words, because I know you have your ministerial job to go to. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you very much, Champagne, for affording myself and Mayor Gangadin the opportunity to be here with you this morning, to be here to speak and to articulate our vision and our achievements to the people of St. Lucia, and particularly the people of Soufrière.
Sorry, can I just do that international call? Because this lady have been trying to get on the line. So sorry about that. Hello, you. Very fortunate to get us, because we all... Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to the three gentlemen out in studio. I just want to say congratulations to you, Mr. Stanislas, for work well done. I'm getting goosebumps here. I'm calling from Ottawa, Canada.
Yes.
I am getting goosebumps. St. Lucia is right on the way to the top of the world.
That's right.
Oh my God.
That's right.
But I have a question I want to ask. Why is it that the SLP people and the hierarchies, they are all opposing all this good work, all this beautiful work that's been done in St. Lucia?
Because they are enemies.
Why?
They are enemies of progress.
And I want to say, at the end of the day, and at the end of this, when everything is well done in St. Lucia, we all going to enjoy all the facilities.
Right.
Both SLP and UWP. We all will be together, moving around, enjoying all the facilities. So why are they opposing everything that's being done in St. Lucia?
Exactly. The enemies of progress. That's what they are.
There's a movie called Enemy of the State.
At the end of the day, UWP people will be walking on there. SLP people will be walking. We all will be enjoying Soufrière. No matter if you vote SLP, UWP, we all will be enjoying the facilities that is going on. All the work, the road will be driving on it. We all will be one at the end of this. Why is it there is the fighting and the accusation and all the, come on.
Right.
Anyway, guys, thank you for that great work, and I'm just desperate to be in St. Lucia right now. But I just want to say to the people of Soufrière, please re-elect Mr. Stanislas.
Amen.
He's doing a great job.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
My point of view, but St. Lucia, we would like to really apologize. Tell the people of St. Lucia and the world, Mr. Stanislas, that you will be back on Sky FM before the election.
I'll be back many times on Sky FM. Champion.
Beautiful.
But I want to thank you again to afford myself and Mr. Mayor the opportunity to be here today to articulate our vision and, of course, let them know of our achievements for the past 5 years. It has not been an easy road. It will never be easy. You always have challenges, but you just have to stay focused and resolute and be able to overcome the challenges. We are in a COVID era, and I'm very happy that many persons are coming out to get vaccinated. I'm urging more Soufriérians and persons from St. Jacques to come out and get vaccinated so that life can get back to some semblance of normalcy again. You can see that our tourism sector is beginning to open up. A lot more arrivals. We'll soon be having the cruise ships coming back to create a lot more opportunities for the people of St. Lucia and by extension, Soufrière Font Saint-Jacques. I want to thank the people of Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques for affording me the opportunity the last 5 years to represent the interest, and I look forward to them giving me further support at the next general elections, because the work I have just started. There is so much more to be done in Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques for you, the people of Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques, especially the young people in Soufrière and Font Saint-Jacques. And I am even more committed, more dedicated, more encouraged to keep on working harder for you every single day under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Chasney and the team of men and women of the United Workers' Party. So thank you very much. The mayor is extremely pleased with what we have achieved, with the support we've received so far, and we look forward to continue working for you, the people. We want that opportunity another 5 years, so we're asking everybody to get registered, ensure that you have an ID card, and come election day, come out and vote for Harold Stanislas, vote for the United Workers' Party if you want to see progress, if you want to see development in St. Lucia and in Soufrière. We are not going back to the neglect of 20 years of labor in Soufrière. We are not going back to the dark days of poor, ineffective representation of candidates of the St. Lucia Labour Party. It is progress ever, backwards never.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Minister. And Mr. Mayor, and you are one of the pillars in all of this development down there in Soufrière. Any last words for our people?
Yes, it's been a delight. I'm very delighted that I've been able to partner with the Honorable Harold Stanislas. His vision for Soufrière gave me no choice but to partner with him. When I was appointed mayor, I think historically I would be the youngest mayor ever appointed.
Yeah.
Maybe the shortest as well, I'm not sure. But when persons believe in something, when we have a collective vision for something, progress happens.
Yeah.
And persons speak about what we are doing, perhaps is more project oriented, but there's a reason for that. Because projects move social progress. And the situation we inherited in Soufrière, the dilapidation and the mismanagement for the past 20 years, we had no choice but to fix the infrastructure so we can advance our people. We had to create the opportunities, entrepreneurship, bolster local economic development. So we are the council willing to continue that relationship. We will always be there to support that relationship with the Office of the District Rep, with the Soufrière Foundation, with everyone who's interested to see Soufrière advance itself.
Yes, sir.
And it would be remiss of me if I don't call out to my constituency council, my councillors, and my deputy, Deputy Felix, Monica Felix, and also my councillors, my staff, my administration, the clerk, Mr. Albert Summer, my deputy clerks, and my sanitation workers. When you pass through Soufrière, I think, I'm not taking the spotlight there, but it would be recorded as one of the cleanest constituencies.
It is.
And it is a testimony of the hard work that the workers at the council continue to do. So we welcome the fact, because prior to maybe 2016, very scarcely you'd find the constituency council in partnership for any infrastructural development works. And now we can see the partnership have created first within the town. It has improved the quality of lives of persons, and it has created a very transformative town. It has assisted us with urban management, and we must continue with urban governance. So again, I am here to support the parliamentary rep. I know all my teams, all my colleagues are, and then we look forward to continue serving the people. And then we are not putting any expiration date on this.
Right.
Okay, what we are doing is to collaborate and to initiate, to advance and better the lives of the people of Soufrière for Saint-Jacques, holistically. No place left behind, no one left behind.
Amen.
Okay, so thank you very much, and I look forward to continue serving the people of Soufrière, and then for us to go into this campaign. This campaign really should be a confirmation of work, a confirmation and a result-oriented victory for what Honorable Stanislas have delivered.
Achievements.
This should not be taken lightly.
No.
We should not never take for granted that a politician will come and do so much in so little time.
It has never been seen before.
It has never been seen before. Yeah. And for me, there should be no question as to where somebody should vote. Whether you red or yellow or whatever, or you green, to me that is an easy decision, because we all want to see progress, we all want to see transformation, we all want to see betterment, not for ourselves only, for our community and for future generations.
That's right.
So I encourage persons out there, be registered and go and affirm that confirmation on election day. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, you are most welcome, and listen to me. I thought I was witnessing the project that I knew. But when you show me the futuristic ones, the ones that are to come, and some of them have already started, when you told me you have stuff from the gym, listen, this is unbelievable. This is, I'm moving to Soufrière, all right? I'm moving to Soufrière. Mr. Minister,
welcome anytime.
And reserve my VIP spot for me in the opening of the park, the stadium, because definitely, I would love to be there among the gathering when we have that ribbon cutting on that.
You will be sure.
It doesn't matter, VIP on the grounds, wherever, I just want to be there. I have to be. Thank you very much. Mr. Minister, thank you very much for taking some time off your busy schedule. We appreciate it at Sky FM. You know, this is the People's Radio. Right. And we have in the diaspora people online. I know this was a huge program, just like it was yesterday with Dominic Fede and all the ministers. We are looking forward to having Minister Bradley and all the other ministers here, along with their footage and everything else. So thank you, sir, for taking some time off. Mr. Mayor, I want you to give me some coaching. If one of these days I become a mayor, I'll be happy to come down and take some coaching from you, my friend.
It's all about the love for the people, bro.
You have to have that.
You have to have
that love. That is key.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great weekend. And we will ask you to be back on Sky FM at any time.
No problem. No problem, sir.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for having us, sir.
Thank you. All right, so there we have it. We have, it is 1:15, and we want to say thank you very much again for the Minister, the Honorable Herbert Stanislas, for being here on Sky FM this morning into the afternoon, along with his mayor, Mr. Pius. But I have a little difficulty with the last name all the time, so Gandadin. Mr. Pius Gandadin, for being here with us as well. What a beautiful program I think it was, and the people are really, really happy with what they saw today and what they heard. So thank you. As I see my guests out, I will be back in a few minutes.
As you can see, we're at the Hummingbird, which is one of the projects that Eric was implemented and made it happen. So basically, what is happening is that you get persons.
Oh boy, my phone lines are still going, but the minister and the mayor has left. Let's hear what our people are saying. Good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, my boy. How can you do that, Champagne?
What did I do?
How can you negotiate for VIP for your loan man? Come on. For the opening of the ministry, my brother. That's not how we used to live, you know, my brother.
I will have to try to see if I could. All the boys. That is true. Yeah. That was very selfish on my part, I must say.
Of course, all right, bro.
All right, my brother. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Champagne.
How are you?
I'm not too bad. When the program started, we were not seeing nothing. I wasn't seeing anything on GVDD2. You was freeze
on
the screen, and we
of the photos, Mr. Harrison. I'm hearing, I'm not seeing. I'm hearing him, I'm not seeing anything.
So they're saying that the people at GVD have said that, because a lot of people have complained about that. They're saying that it is not their fault, it is the service provider flow. So what they're asking you to do, if you on channel 115, switch to another channel and immediately come back to 115, and that might help. Okay?
I did it, and it was the same thing. So I don't see none of the photos.
That is not good. Well, I will have to.
They took the content and then they send it back. Now it is no signal at all.
You have no signal?
No signal at all.
What area are you calling from? Chozel?
I'm calling from Buns.
Buns? Oh boy, I'm so sorry to hear that. And we had such beautiful footage on the TV. So I'll have to try to get
nice photos, and I'm hearing and I'm not seeing anything. I wish would have seen. I wish he would have come back and played back all over.
Well, he'll be back, and I'll try to see if I could put all of those programs together. All of the footage what the government has done throughout the last 4 or 5 years. We will have a particular day or 2 days where we will be playing every single thing and highlight all of the constituencies. Okay?
It's time. And let me tell you, you still remain T-shirts?
Yes, I do. I have some. I have to go pick up some this afternoon. I have to pick some up.
I would like 2 T-shirts, but I don't know how can I get them.
Well, you'll give me a call, because on Sunday we should be coming somewhere, but you'll give me a call. You have my number, right?
Yes, I have your number.
Okay, so call me on Sunday morning.
Let me tell you, they are tight fitting.
Well, we have various sizes, so I don't know what's tight.
Because I would like one large and one extra large. A large in the blue and an extra large in the yellow.
Okay, Dudu. Well, give me a call on Saturday evening or Sunday morning, okay?
Okay, then.
All right, darling. I'm sorry about the TV or.
Yes, I wish because I was following from the start, and then when they send you would show the photos, it was just free.
Oh boy.
And nothing was moving.
All right, darling. Sorry about that, Dudu. Have a great weekend.
Okay, then.
All right,
Same to you.
All right, bye-bye. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, sir.
One night T-shirt, my brother.
Turn down the radio a little bit. I have some shirts here, but I don't have all of it yet, so you could call. What size were you looking for again?
The 2XX.
Okay. So I have it for you.
Large.
I have it for you. So call me.
Let me tell you.
Let
me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. You will be in your studio tomorrow.
Tomorrow, no. It's Friday. It's Saturday. It's Mr. Lionel Ellis' turn. So I'll be there on Sunday evening. So you could call me Saturday night. No, I'll be there tomorrow. Hold on. Tomorrow night on Crossfire.
Tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a shout tomorrow night.
Okay, my brother.
Tomorrow night.
All right, beautiful. Okay. All right, Senator, so come to the end, because we're about to go into the news there on the Sky, and my phones are still ringing, but I am saying we are not able to have any more phone calls coming in, because we are going into our program. Oh, no. All right, Senator, so well, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in into Sky FM from 6 o'clock this morning with the man, Brother Norbert Williams, and then my program now from 9 up until 1:20. Is it the time now? Yes, about 1:20, and a great program we did have with the Minister, Parliamentary Rep for Soufrière Square, the Honorable Harold Stanislas, and his mayor. A special good afternoon to you, gentlemen, and all of your team down there in Soufrière. We're expecting to have some more ministers here this coming week. And the weeks after that, and the weeks after that, leading up to the general elections. There's so many photos we have to put up on screen. Projects that have been done, those that are ongoing, those that are to come. You don't want to miss that, St. Lucia. This is what this government has done from 2016. The day after elections, they were on the ball, and they started work until now. This is not about election, no. And this is one thing that the Labour Party cannot speak of, because it is an actual fact that the United Workers' Party started work immediately after ensuing office, and they will continue to do that immediately after these coming elections. Until tomorrow evening, St. Lucia, when I be back here, when you will see me and hear me again in the program Crossfire. The Man Doctor's Secret is coming on a little later this afternoon to continue the good stuff up here on Sky FM. We want to say thank you very much to all of our beautiful people, all of our beautiful, beautiful family, Sky FM family members. You have a great afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. And always remember, the coronavirus is still around. Don't take for granted that it is over. It is not over. Wear your mask, wash those hands, and don't get yourself involved with all of those huge crowds. Champagne is saying we love you. You have a great afternoon, and see you tomorrow. What kind of music you want me to play you this afternoon? You want me to give you a little calypso? Can we do a little calypso? All right, let's do a little calypso this afternoon, all right? Have a great day, St. Lucia. We love you from Sky FM. Bye.
Hello everyone, I'm Norbert Williams, right here on Sky FM 93.1. Join me Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. for the morning edition of Keeping It Real. On Tuesdays and Fridays, Minova Ward joining me from Canada, right near the North Pole. Though it's cold over there, it's going to be hot in here. Don't you forget, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on GVD TV and streaming live on Facebook. Don't you miss it.
She start bawling, neighbor, neighbor, you must believe me. I come to kill some time here in Dicey.
Hello, welcome to the program Champagne in the Morning with yours truly, your favorite guy, Champagne. Join me here every morning from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. We're also live on GVD channel 115 and live stream on the internet. Join me as we discuss all of the